So our model is quite simple. There's 4 key stakeholders. We have investors, we have hospitals, we have the community, and us. We're the sort of invisible thing coordinating and energizing this whole process. So from the investor, we get money. With that money, we buy solar panels, and with a technology partner, implement them and install them on the roof of the hospital. That fuels a battery, which is then used during the power outages, ensuring reliable, renewable electricity. Additionally, this is going to be sold to the hospital at 50% less than the cost of the diesel generators. So we're providing renewable, reliable, affordable electricity to these hospitals during these times.
And of course, our primary beneficiary, the hospitals, benefit from this in that they eventually access a reliable, affordable, and cleaner source of energy. They are also able to save a lot of money, which can be then redirected toward improving the overall healthcare of the entire hospital. They can have more doctors, get more medicines for their patients, and so on.
Another innovative part of our module is that not only does it benefit the public hospitals in South Africa, but it also creates an impact to the community through training programs that are fostering into the transitioning towards the renewable energy, leading to the...
Thank you. Wow, I like that. We have a bell now. Judges?
Well done, guys. I think you're addressing a very pressing challenge, relevant in many places around the world. Great to hear this about the 50% cost reduction compared to the diesel generators. It might still, I guess, be a big investment for a small hospital. So can you talk a little bit more about whether you foresee this to be an outright sale, or can you offer some other sort of financing solutions for a hospital to pay back for the installation and purchase of these panels?
Do you mean an outright sale of the equipment, or no?
Yeah, would they pay for everything up front, or would you be able to kind of squeeze in banks or other financiers?
No, the idea, sorry, I probably didn't explain it overly clearly, but the idea is that there's an investor who provides that initial capital. So that's, the hospital doesn't have to pay anything. We come with the financing and the equipment and install it. And then we get paid by the hospital, and then we use that money to firstly refund the investor, pay them back their investment, and then with that other money, we scale it up and move it forward. So the hospital shouldn't have any cost, only a reduced energy bill.
So my question is on the technology. What is the lifespan of the solar batteries, the energy, and how frequently do you have to change it out?
I think today, as far as I know, we're not complete experts in this, but the technology can last up to 25 years if it's well maintained. With the batteries, again, there's different technologies available, but we're aiming to get a battery which can last for at least 15 years. But it also depends on the energy audit assessment we do at the facility.
Good solution, guys. So just a question around the communities around the hospitals, right? What benefits do you see them also getting with such a solution?
So through our innovation, through our program, there will be training programs to the community for the awareness of the energy consumption. How much do they consume, how much energy, and how much the solar system that is there can supply. So basically it's through the training programs and engaging them more into the sustainability journey because they are the ones that also use these hospitals, these public hospitals. Yes.
I'll ask one more question. Your supply chain for sourcing the batteries, where are they made? Are they made in Africa? Are they made somewhere else?
I want to sort of admit we're on the early stages of the ideation at this stage, so I'm afraid we haven't really done the research yet, but this is something we'll bear in mind as we build and take this forward. Thank you.
Yes. And also to add, Emilia raises a very, very good point, but we have also identified a hospital in South Africa in KZN where this will be piloted, so that will be our starting point.
Fantastic. Let's give it up for Green Roots. Great. All right, now on to the circular economy track. They've been working on responsible production and consumption. Let's welcome TechCycle or TechCycle. What's the name? TechCycle. Awesome.
Hi, we're TechCyclo. We want to transform textile waste biomass into a real value. I'm Line Boss. I'm a textile specialist working with circular design and recyclability of fibers.
Hi, I'm Enoch Mvita, and I'm a chemistry student and an enthusiast for sustainability.
Next slide, yeah. We have a problem in Kenya, but we have a big market for the second-hand industry. 80% of all Kenyans, they buy their garments from local markets. 900 millions of pieces of garments are imported each year. 50% of this get dumped in landfill. We need to help Kenya turning that waste into a valuable resource. And we have a solution.
That's where we introduce our solution that is called hydrothermal liquefaction technology. That's where we use water, heat, and pull some liquid from the solid to actually convert the dead and textile waste into some valuable products like bio-crude oil, terephthalic acid, and some carbon ashes. Our aim is actually to reduce the dependency of our environment in the fossil fuel. Because from our bio-crude oil, we can actually make some transportation fuel. We can also make we can actually produce some electricity, and from our recycled TPA, which can be sold at a premium price, we can also make the real circularity happen, because this is where we can actually transform the terephthalic acid into some new yarn that can actually be used to make some new textile and be reinvested in the textile industry. And with our carbon ashes, we can even actually make bricks. That's why we need your help to set a pilot plant in Nairobi that will be energy efficient, and at a small scale, we're actually going to need a $1.6 million investment, and at a large scale, we're going to need $3.3 million investment.
This solution can create a lot of difference for Kenya. We can create a whole new value chain for the waste management. We know this is very much needed, and it's a part of the Sustainable Waste Management Act from last year in Kenya, 2022. You see now TechCyclo a part of a whole new value chain, creating products for oil refineries and PTA production plants, creating new polyester yarns. Next slide. So the partners we need: local waste management sorters, of course, but also the global fashion industry, which is very much the problem of all the waste ending up in Africa. And then with the Kenyan government, we can see this could be a massive change for Nairobi and for Kenya. So, help us support real circularity. We are extremely excited about substantially reducing waste.
Well done, guys. Really exciting solution. My question, though, is around the sustainability of the solution, right? So it's actually two questions. Also in the world, how successful has this been? One, and then two, as you start running this process, do you see it being sustainable without, say, an intervention or incentives? Can it be self-sustaining?
Yes, the technology can be self-sustained because, first of all, it is energy efficient. The material introduced and the catalyst produce a certain gas, and the certain gas can actually be recycled and turned into energy that can actually help sustain the plant and maybe top up a 15 or 20% only energy in cost.
So 85% we have running stays into the loop. The same with the water, stays in the loop of the HCl plant.
And then are there other success stories?
Yes, HCl is a pretty well-known, robust technology. Biggest companies are Lysella and Steeper Energy. They use other kind of biomasses. We see wood, we see organic waste being used, but also sludge. But right now it's only on testing phase. Aarhus University in Denmark has made a test That biomass is actually also could come from textile waste. The cotton becomes crude oil, and the polyester becomes TBA.
My question is more on the value that it brings. Like, apart from reducing the landfills, who else is benefiting from your solution, and how are they benefiting? And another part to that question, some of that waste is actually a loss to people who buy those clothes to come and sell to Kenya. So is there a way that this solution will also benefit them in the long run?
Yes. We don't want to distort the second-hand industry. 50% is getting sold now. What we want to help them is with the dead waste, the molded, the wet, filled with bacteria, that is just polluting the river and creating a lot of public health because there's diseases and pests in this. So we take all of it that has no value. We don't want to work with the good waste. That can be fiber-to-fiber recycling. We want to work with everything that can't become anything else. That's why the HCl plant comes in. It doesn't care it's wet. It doesn't care that it's dirty. It's an expensive solution, but it would be a massive breaking point for the industry that needs new polyester not coming from fossil fuels, if that makes sense. We would create local jobs in Nairobi, and we would help the waste sorters right now. They have a big amount of products they can't sell to anyone, but we would be now a new supplier to them, actually giving money for something that wasn't worth before.
Can you talk about what do you imagine will be the bigger revenue stream, the crude oil or the TPA, and how much interest is already there from the fashion industry for the TPA that you can provide?
Well, first off, the crude oil will give us revenue right away because we know we have a 40% output. So if you put 100 kilo in, you would get 40 liter of barrels out. We could sell that right away, $1 per barrel. But we know the TPA, that's the interesting part, because recycled TPA nearly doesn't exist right now. But we have a lot of very sustainable companies that still need some TPA to creating new plastic or creating new polyester. So here we actually see a pretty interesting business case. We don't know right now the correct value of it, but we're expecting something between $2 and $3.
It's really a fantastic pitch.
Amazing.
Thank you. You can come by afterwards.
Tech Cyclo, thank you for that fantastic pitch. Wonderful. So we have our last pitch from the Unleashed side of today's Hanga Pitchfest. It's a huge SDG track with a lot of chants. They have amazing chants. Help me welcome from the Climate Action track. Wait. Climate Action and Land Use track. Help me welcome Team Ninja Roots.
Okay, so who here has heard or seen a cassava before? What if I told you that a cassava has the potential to reduce the use of synthetic pesticides in Nigeria by 30%? This is because we have found out that in the last 5 years alone, Nigeria's imports of synthetic pesticides have doubled. And so we knew that we wanted to do something against this. Now, you might ask yourself, why cassava? Well, we did our homework and we realized and looked into the crop usage in Nigeria and the pesticide usage in Nigeria. And what we found is that cassava is being planted less than other crops in Nigeria, but at the same time, pesticide usage for this crop is exponentially and disproportionately large. And so we knew that we had a great lever here, that if we reduce the pesticide usage in Nigeria, we have a great chance for cassava, we have a great chance to reduce the pesticide usage in Nigeria all. So we partnered with a local NGO who introduced us to the voices of farmers that are there. And what we've heard, such as Anna Karagaya, and what we've heard is that cassava farmers in Nigeria are mainly located in the southeast, so almost all. And at the same time, they have a variety of needs. What we have also found is that with our solution, we can go into the top 3 needs of these farmers, which are financial stability, immediate noticeable change, and access to organic pesticides. So at this point, I would like to introduce you to our idea, which is Naija Roots. What is Naija Roots? It is an organic pesticide that is made from cassava peel and cassava wastewater, byproducts that are usually already thrown away by farmers like Anna.
So how does it work? It's very simple. the cassava peel that's mostly thrown away will be mixed with compounds and also can be used with cassava wastewater to mix and get our pesticides, that we call it Niger root, that the farmer can, again, spray it onto the plant itself. To the plant, and right now it have the 65 efficacy rate based on a recent research that we found out. And so our first in line of business is to get the researcher with us to improve the efficacy rate to 80% so it can compete with the chemical pesticide that is right now 80% effective toward pests. Then how will we gonna run our social enterprise? Our social enterprise, we will buy the cassava peel that is thrown away by farmer so that we can use it, and then we will make the Niger root, and then the farmer can buy from us at a subsidized price that right now is 50%, as we calculated, lower than the chemical pesticide on the market. So we will be selling to them at a subsidized price.
And so with your support, we would like to realize our mission of reducing pesticide usage in Nigeria by 30% by tackling the SDGs 13 and 15. Thank you so much for your attention, everyone.
Great job. I want to understand a little bit more how the process works. You collect the peel. Will the farmers have a place to drop them off? Will you collect them from them? And then what is the process that goes into the converting? Is it energy intensive? Is it in a faraway facility? Is it in the community?
Thank you for the question. So right now, when we talk to Green West, our local implementer, who is an organization working in Southeast Nigerian part of the region already, we found out that they are mostly being transported from the farm through a truck to a processing factory. So our first year, we will be partnering with the processing factory so that they can use this byproduct in order to create this Niger root using their equipment, so that we will not have so much capital on the equipment side as well.
Can you use this waste for other products than what you're proposing now? Would you want to get into that, or is that an uninteresting competition, or how do you see that?
So right now, the pests that we've asked the farmer, they say that there are 3 main pests. I don't remember the name, but we know that the thing that we are creating will help with those pests for cassava. So we want to create this circular loop, because we also know that right now the community is also doing climate smart agriculture, where they will also be doing crop rotation. And by doing this crop rotation, it allowed us some time to create this pesticide back for them before they plant cassava again.
Talking about the pests, I could come in and say we're focusing on arthropods and termites. So that's a clarification on that point.
And if the market allowed, we would love to scale this and use on other plants if it worked.
So that's another question I have for other markets where maybe it's not cassava and it's not the same pests. Is this technology adaptable to other kinds of organic matter?
Yes, so we're basing this innovation on findings in scientific research that have come out last year. So it's a very new idea and a very new technology that, of course, at the moment has a 65% efficacy rate for these specific pests. Now, we would need to continue doing the research and development to understand exactly what pests and what fungi it otherwise also works in, especially in the region, because our goal right now is to reduce the synthetic pesticide usage in Nigeria specifically before we focus on any other region in continental Africa.
And then for this to, let's say make sense, how much, like the volume in terms of the waste, right, that you need for this to generate or create enough, pesticides?
Yes, so we would need around 2.5 tons of the peel itself to create around 2 units of...
Yeah. Wow.
That's good.
7 pitches from 7 tracks on the side of Unleash. This last week has been really, really exciting, isn't it? The past 5 days or 6 days have been very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there you have it. So, Amazing. There you have it. There you have it. The unleashed spirit lit up here at Hanga Pitchfest. Thank you all for listening to the 7 pitches. Our judges are going to be deliberating very soon. And so, judges, thank you from Ronald, Rodwell, and then Judy, and then Yegan, and then Mireille. Thank you all for hosting us, for listening to these pitches. Please, let's give it up for our judges as they go to deliberate. Yeah, Nick. And then the pitches continue. Help me welcome back on stage Arthur, and then...
Thank you very much. One more time, a round of applause to Andy. He did an amazing job facilitating this beautiful session. Thank you very much. And good luck to all the groups that just pitched. We hope you get to be in the top 4. Good luck to you all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the conversations are just beginning. We talked about getting inspired, getting some learnings from entrepreneurs. Now we have those that are at the growth stage, those that actually can share some learnings. And I'm not the right person to moderate this, so Niwe Shasti is going to be taking this over. I think let's welcome him as one of the superstars we have here today. He's about to have conversations with entrepreneurs and giving us a bit of some learnings and any testimonies that we can pick from that. After that, we'll be diving into the pitching itself. So I hope you're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Niwe on stage.
Thank you so much. It is always so delightful to be in the spaces where we take a break from the day-to-day tedium and to think about what a possible future could be, what a possible future we could have. It is always beaming with such an energy to be in such a room. I'm very delighted. For the next 20 minutes, we want to offer a great conversation, a reflection on scale. How do you get there? What does it take? What are the ingredients, the hidden ones, and the ones written? But I wanted to open today, as we start, with a quick reflection from Paul Graham, the famed co-founder of Y Combinator, in an amazing essay titled How to Do Great Work. He offers his own ingredients. He says it takes 4 steps to choose a field, to learn enough to get to the frontier, and then notice gaps and explore promising ones. The 3 entrepreneurs we are talking to have tried all those 4 steps, and they have succeeded. The panelists we have today have gone through all of the 4 steps, and their profiles can leave you reeling from awe. We have Aimable Kimenyi, founder and CEO at Algorithm Inc. He has a 15 years experience in developing software for small and medium-sized businesses in Africa. Algorithm now is expanding to Zambia, Burundi, Ghana, and Mozambique. Please welcome Aimable. The second one is Mami Ingabire, co-founder of Caris UAS. The name Caris means grace. I find that very beautiful. It is a leading and first ever licensed drone company in Rwanda. We are going to talk about leveraging data and why drones are more than offering cool shots of photography. Thank you so much, Mami. Last but certainly not least, we have Remy Muhire. Remy is a CEO at Pindo, with a strong background in software engineering, currently working to leverage conversational AI, especially in underrepresented languages. Feel free to use your AI to ask what that means. I definitely did. The profiles are longer and much, much more impressive. But for the sake of time, we agreed to keep abridged versions. Hopefully the next 20 minutes will leave us inspired, emboldened, and delighted. Enjoy. I want to start with Remy, and I want to start where everything starts. When was that moment that the idea became a possibility, that it looked like it could be a thing? When was that moment?
Yeah, thank you very much. I feel like the moment started back with my previous startup. So basically, we were helping people in rural areas to save money collectively. And so the primary technology we were serving them with was USSD. And for all of you who was like familiar with USSD, it's actually technology where you can actually use like remotely without like any internet access. And then, so we've seen that the digital literacy and the literacy like among people in rural areas like was actually like a huge gap. And one day, so I met one group and saw this old lady, and she couldn't use the USSD platform. And then she had to give a phone to the group admin, and the group admin was actually responsible and contributing on her behalf. And then you think of more of like, okay, security, so like she's giving actually like a mobile money password to the admin. So what if actually she get the money stolen? So that would be actually like a very big issue for our platform. And then from there, I think that was back in 2018. And so it really kicked in my head was more of a, I think it could have been very easier for her to be assisted with maybe like a bot over a phone call. And so the bot actually like guiding her and actually like going through the steps on contributing. So this could have actually been a solution. But like, the problem was more like we didn't have like any data sets like in Kenya, Rwanda. So to build actually like a voice AI model for that. So yeah, clicked, and 2 years later, so I joined Mozilla. So I was leading actually like strategy on building like voice AI technology for underserved languages. I worked on Kenya, Rwanda, Luganda, and Kiswahili, and also some languages like in South Africa, like Shona, Setswana, yeah. And so it really opened my mind because like Mozilla, GIZ, they really invested like in building actually like voice data for the next generation of, to build actually on top of that, so yeah. So currently that's actually what we're doing. So ideally what we want to do is more of, okay, how do you now move like people from USSD, especially like people in rural communities, like to have actually like better user experience like with like voice AI interactions in their languages, yeah. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Remy. Mami, it's not every single morning I wake up thinking about drones, but I bet you do. When did the drones make sense from a business perspective? When did it become an expansive area of possibility for you and for the people at Caris?
Thank you very much for having me this afternoon. We started in 2014, and we were using drones simply just to take footage during events, wedding, and all that. And as having background in science and all applied life sciences, so let's try to come up with more solutions in different fields. And it's when we did a pilot project for agriculture monitoring that we realized that drone has, transformative, potential to provide meaningful solution for our community, especially farmers at that time. So we collected data of farms, and we processed those data, and were able to actually extract very useful information for those farmers. And those farmers at the beginning, they were very skeptical about these solutions and everything. But when we presented those data to them, they were really astonished to be able to see, to know areas that are specific, that needs, quick intervention. And with that, they were able to optimize the use of their resources. Instead of spraying fertilizers everywhere, why not just focusing where the needs are, where it's needed? And with that, they've seen that it brought a lot of, information to be able to manage their farm even in a better way. So when we saw that, we were so excited. And that is that moment we were like, yeah, let's go now in all the sectors, various industry, meeting them and see what are their needs and how can we use this technology to leverage in bringing really meaningful solutions. And that was the moment.
Thank you so much. If this was a class, there will be vocabularies on the blackboard, and there will be data and leverage for now. I think the list is going to keep growing. Aimable, when we were having coffee earlier, we agreed that you are the elder of the group, given such an expansive experience. For you, with the 15 years of trying and trying and trying, when did it click, or has it clicked?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it has clicked. And young people here, they have ideas. And I think it clicked when you are sitting there and you have a solution for a problem. So me, I was working on a night shift when I was at school, but the night shop I was working in had like 3,000 shops across Canada, and there was this software which was managing. So the click was, do we have in Africa a group of 3,000 shops? No. Can you manage 3,000 shops without software? No. So that's where there was the click. Then I came back here 15 years ago. I started with a small shop. We call it boutique. And I was really challenged. That's why I'm calling for my brothers and sisters to go down there, because before it's an idea. So you get challenged. But we managed to do something, prototyping. Then when we launched, pharmacists took us. The idea was a small boutique, but the market, the need on the market is very important. Pharmacies were the one to pull us. Then we adapted. Adaptation is very important. And we managed today to have 90% of pharmacies in Rwanda running on our software, Ishiga software. And the second big change came in 2013. The Revenue Authority in Rwanda brought in a project of signing each invoices. Like, we were almost the first in Africa to do that, and we joined the project. The team here, they need to join the project, big project. Then from that journey with the Revenue Authority, we were able to have a certificate to help many companies here, but foreign countries start coming, learning from Rwanda. And when they were learning, we were introduced, they helped us to do this and that. And that's where the second click came of investing abroad. And the country you mentioned, we are helping them to collect a lot of money. So that's where our business, the panelists was asking, the judges were asking, what is the scalability? The scalability for us is we are helping governments to collect revenues. So for sure, we will be sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amable. We wanted to give you an act in 3 pieces, and the second piece is, to this question is, what does it take? I think when we were talking, I was reflecting on that beautiful sentence, the man in the arena or the woman in the arena, who is trying to find the solutions. When you are down in the depth, in the thick of it, what did it take to get to a point where you can now think about scale? What has it taken? What are the ingredients? What are some secret sources that you have used in the last decade? Mami, we can start with you.
Yes, before I ask that question, I just want to say maybe clearly to show you where we are today from 2014. It's not that we are already there, we have made it, no. We are still working very hard to keep moving forward. There's still a lot potential to tap into. Today, as a company, we started in Rwanda in 2014, like I said, you know, testing different solutions. And today we have solutions in every sector, that is in agriculture, constructions. We are helping, you know, construction companies to be able to do virtual inspection through our platforms. So we have Caris Analytic. They don't have to go in the field. We do the flight for them, collect the data, and the fingertip, they can know what is happening at their site. The same thing with environment. We are really working with, you know, different agencies that are into forest restoration. And in malaria, that's the most exciting one because we really see a social impact. I mean, the impact in our community, where today we are serving more than 500,000 of population here in Rwanda, in Gasabo district, especially in Kabuye and in Rugende, where we are mapping all the wetlands. Abraham Lincoln that said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree. I will take 4 hours to sharpen the axe. So for us, we have learned that you need to work on yourself. You need to invest on yourself. You need character. You need values. You need passion, commitment. As he said, it starts with an idea, but you have to make sure that it responds to the need of your community, and you have to be ready because there are challenges out there. And those challenges actually makes you strong. You don't have to run away from them. And we have gone through a lot because it's a new technology that require compliance in regulations. There's a lot of regulations everywhere in many countries to fly drones. But today we are a licensed drone company in Rwanda, in Cote d'Ivoire, and with that we can easily fly everywhere. So it took a lot of courage from us to keep going. When we were faced with challenges, we said, no, we have to go for it, we have to make it happen, and it made us strong. And every day, for us, those challenges are food to make us stronger. So what I would say to our entrepreneurs, or our new entrepreneurs, or those who are joining this journey, that take time to invest in yourself, and take time to build yourself, take time to get the skills you need for you to be competent there in the field, and be in the field to do the work. Thank you.
Doing the work. Thank you so much, Mami. Quickly, Remy, the journey from building Save the app with the team and also going to Mozilla now to learn a few more things that now have become so central to the business model that you have, what did it take and where are you now?
Thank you very much. I feel like what did it take for us to be here was more of understanding actually the first core principles so that you don't have to be perfect before maybe launching a product. I even remember like back in the days, my co-founder and I, so we were working on the platform like remotely. So basically, we were giving actually a few hours. And so I happened to bump into a friend, and I was like, we were actually building like one of the best messaging infrastructure like in Rwanda. Would you give us a chance, right, to like pilot with your company? And it was like, okay, cool. And then looking back, so we didn't even have a website back then. So we only have like, if you're familiar with APIs, we only have like APIs where they can actually use and then to send messages. So it was more like we weren't perfect. But one of the first things was more of like, okay, can we find a product market fit, right? Can we have like customers, right? So which we can test with and also learn from our customers. So yeah, and then from the journey, so it went to a point where so we'll be getting actually like more customers, defining actually like more use case, and also seeing actually like problem also customers are facing. And then now, so, and from all the data actually we collected along the journey, so we're more of like, okay, I think there's a huge gap between digital literacy and illiteracy, like on the continent. So how do we solve that? And the only way is more of like, so how do you apply now like the beauty of AI and building actually like language model for those underserved languages? So yeah, we're here at the moment, trying to push, trying to solve problems as well. But I feel like what it takes first, it's more of like, so first, launch your products, talk to customers, figure out actually your product market fit, which also we're still actually doing at the moment, yeah.
Thank you so much. I think we just ran out of time. It was very delightful. Character, work, trying, getting into the thick of it, and finding a solution that works in the community and the context, not just on the paper. Thank you so much. Thank you for the part to the panelists.
A very loud round of applause for our panelists, please. And a very big thank you to Shast for taking us through this session. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at last year's Hanga Pitchfest, the government of Rwanda launched a program that I have the honor to introduce the Permanent Secretary, Yves Iradukunda, of the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, to tell us some more about. Yves, a round of applause for him, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, honorable ministers, distinguished delegates. It's a pleasure to have you at Hanga Pitchfest 2023. Last year, on a day like this, we had a great announcement. You see, at Hanga, we celebrate young innovators, but most importantly, we celebrate the true collaboration of partners coming together, believing that we have creative mind, innovative young people that can indeed create the solutions that we need. And so the announcement we made last year was to leverage technology to solve SRH, sexual reproductive health challenges across the continent. Since then, a lot has happened, and allow me to introduce a video to show you what true commitment and support to innovators can do. Please follow the video.
The most important thing that I do when I wake up as a person of faith.
On the sidelines of the second edition of Hanga Pitchfest,
It's very important. And then once I'm here at work, what I always do in beginning my day is to prioritize, to schedule my day, even though I have already some meetings already scheduled throughout the week. But for that day, I also just go through the important things I have to achieve for the day. I'm Mami Ingabire Muziga. I'm a co-founder and managing director of Caris UIS. We work with companies, with institutions in various sectors, such as in agriculture, environment, construction, and health sector. So we use drone technology to provide those reliable and quality data to our customers. As a co-founder and manager, and one of the things when you are growing such a company, you need to keep the team motivated and inspired, ensure that we all have the same vision and understanding of the impact that we are making in our continent. So that one task is really to keep creating that collaborative space environment for the team.
Now from Ghana.
A few years ago, I've always worked as an advocate, recognizing the urgent need to respond to alarming crises in sexual reproductive health, particularly facing women. That's why we decided to create
how sexual reproductive health can be accessed, leveraging technology solutions. We cannot do it alone. As you've seen, the excitement is high from all these young people. So we call from all partners who have a mandate that resonates with this mission to join us on this journey so we can support these young innovators. As I said, Hanga Pitchfest is about collaboration. And so I have the privilege to announce yet another exciting opportunity for entrepreneurs. With the leadership of the Ministry of Agriculture in Rwanda, in partnership with the World Bank Group, we are bringing to you another program under the Hanga Pitchfest. This is a program to support agri-tech startups that have scalable solutions to embark on a journey to expand their services across the continent. Allow me to introduce the Hanga Agri-Tech Innovation Challenge Fund, which is a facility that is designed to support agriculture, technology startups, and innovation that have already their solutions, and they have to have an MVP, minimum viable product, and have to demonstrate the potential to scale and grow across the continent. The fund is a $2 million facility under the commercialization and de-risking agriculture transformation, which is a project funded by the World Bank and implemented by Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resource Development Board, RAB. Allow me to thank the leadership of Ministry of Agriculture and the World Bank for this main commitment that brings a lot of opportunities for young startups in agri-tech sector. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for being here. I call upon for more collaboration as we support these young innovators to grow their solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PS Iradukunda, for such a beautiful moment, and two programs launched, and we've just got insights on them. And now I think it's the right time to just dive into Hanga Pitchfest core activity, which is the pitching. And we've had most of them here. We've seen most of them here. And we're about to continue with the event. Now, I'll ask you, because I know most of you might start feeling like, oh, we've seen Unleash. Well, I would love you to stay with us here, please, so that you can also enjoy the different solutions that are going to be happening here. Now, we are live on TV, so I'm going to ask you to give me the energy that we had when we started so we can restart. Act like this is the beginning, like you didn't see us doing the introduction before. Is that okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hanga Pitchfest 2023. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it's a tech startup festival that provides a unique platform to showcase tech entrepreneurs and creative talents from all over the country, as well as promote the use of technology and innovation in the wider Rwandan market. My name is Arthur Ngusi, and I'm going to be one of your MCs today.
Thank you very much, Arthur. And my name is Alice Hijiro. Very, very pleased and honored to be one of your MCs this morning. And as Arthur just mentioned, we are here today to witness great solutions developed by all the young entrepreneurs that you see in the room. And under the Hanga program specifically, a selection started with over 3,000 participants, and these included university students, tech innovators, private and public institutions, as well as Hanga alumni. And from these, 45 were selected to go through the competitive process, of which 25 startups were then selected to go through an intense 2-week program or boot camp. And today we will get to hear from the top 5 and who will be our winners today. And they will be pitching to all of you in this room. Are you ready? Give me some shout out.
Well, you should be ready because the winner will win amazing prizes, as the first winner is walking away with 50 million Rwandan francs. I don't know how much it is in your currency, but it's a lot here. So you should be excited. And also, this wouldn't happen without the government of Rwanda, led by the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, Rwanda Development Board, and UNDP for organizing the biggest tech festival here in Rwanda. Round of applause to them, please, for putting together such a big event. It's beautiful. Of course, we couldn't do this amazing event without great partners too.
Yes, please join us to thank our lead partners, and these are Carnegie Mellon University Africa, UNFPA, yes please, a round of applause, UNFPA, Jasiri, Risa, and Choose Kigali.
We also have our associate partners, MTN Rwanda, Irembo, European Union through the Hunger Hubs, Unleash, and ICT Chamber.
And the other partners include CC Hub, QT Global Software, AOS, and ESP. Thank you to all our partners.
Well, today is a day to learn, a day to get inspired, and a day to connect. When you talk about connecting, we also mean you to connect with your digital friends, those ones online. So if you want to share what's happening here, we have a hashtag, and we have good lighting for you to take good photos and videos, and I assume you have good phones to do that. So what's the hashtag, Alice?
The hashtag is, are you listening? Yes? The hashtag is Hanga Pitchfest 23 and Unleash Rwanda. So 2 hashtags. We got that? All right, the first one is Hanga Pitch 23, and the other one is Unleash Rwanda.
All right, so feel free to share. You can tweet, you can post on any social media account that you use, and you can share with your friends. What is going to happen here is history, because it's going to be one of the greatest moments to remember. 5 innovators are going to come on this stage, and they're going to pitch ideas to you. You will listen alongside the judges, and you will decide, how do we arrange them in order? From the 1st to the 5th.
Absolutely. And the same honor and respect and support we showed to the finalists in the Unleash program earlier. We will ask you to kindly remain in your seats as we go through the next pitching session for the Hanga innovators. But before we get into that, please allow me to welcome the CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, Mr. Francis Gatare, to deliver his remarks, please, sir. Thank you.
Honorable ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 Hanga Pitchfest as we celebrate innovation, talent, technology, and investments. The government of Rwanda, represented here by the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, as well as the Rwanda Development Board, is pleased to convene again the Hanga Pitchfest, which is increasingly becoming an annual event today for the third time. The Rwanda Development Board's mission is to steer this vision and also to champion the brilliance within our country and to embrace talent from all over the world into our ecosystem here in Rwanda. The Hanga Pitchfest has a twofold approach. On the one hand, we are nurturing the rich talent and innovation of our young talents, while at the same time we are recognizing that you, the talented innovators, are creating solutions that are contributing to the socio-economic development of our country and indeed to the world. But in so doing, we also aim to create a platform here in Rwanda where international innovators get to meet with potential investors. The objective, therefore, is to establish Rwanda as a nexus of technological innovation, entrepreneurship, and investment. Hanga Pitchfest 2023 is a crucial milestone in this journey. So, to all of you, our guests here today, particularly those who are participating in the competition, I want to say that your ideas, your passion, your energy, and talent are invaluable assets that are contributing in shaping the technological landscape of our country, while also contributing to sustainable development of our country. Shortly, we will be hearing from those who are pitching. And so as we proceed, I urge everyone, and I encourage you to engage fully, to embrace the opportunities for collaboration, and to be inspired by the potential that all this unfolds. You see, your participation today is going beyond just being here and contributing to this event. It's an investment to the future of our nation and the world. So in conclusion, I want to thank all of you who have participated in shaping and convening Hanga Pitchfest 2023, and especially over the last 2 years until today. I also want to thank the founders and leaders of Unleash, led here by Mr. Fleming Bassin-Basha and your wife. I want to thank you for embracing Hanga Pitchfest and joining the celebration of talent here with us today. And so with these few remarks, I want to thank you all for your kind attention, and let's begin the Hanga Pitchfest 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. This is the time. It's now the time we've been waiting for. 5 innovators are going to pitch their solutions to us, and one of them will walk away with 50 million Rwandan francs and other non-cash prizes.
And who is this one that's going to walk away with the 50 million? Is it?
We're about to find out.
All right. Thank you, Arthur. And in second position, the winner will walk away with 20 million Rwandan francs, followed by the third winner that will walk away with 15 million Rwandan francs.
The remaining places, 4th and 5th, they'll also walk away with 12.5 million Rwandan francs. If you look at it, all the 5 innovators that are going to be coming on this stage are winners, to be honest. And they're walking away with something. Now let's begin.
So please welcome our judges today as they prepare to hear from all the amazing solutions that we will hear from shortly. Our judges today are?
We are with Clément Uwageneza. Clément is a technology business leader with over 15 years experience founding and leading technology companies, most recently as country director of Rwanda at Andela. A round of applause to the judges that we're having here today.
And he's joined by ladies, one of them being Alice Nkurikiinka, the country director of Business Professionals Network, that you would know as BPN, a leading business development service provider in Rwanda, also with over 15 years of experience in international banking sectors all across the world.
We're also together with Conrad Tucker, CMU Director. The Director of CMU Africa is a professor of mechanical engineering and holds faculty appointments in machine learning, robotics, and biomedical.
Thank you. And lastly, we have another lady, Dr. Eleni Gabriel-Madin, the Chief Innovation Officer at the UNDP. She has over 25 years of experience implementing innovative solutions and is a highly recognized thought leader, respected voice on the African development, and on agriculture markets, entrepreneurship, and youth innovation. So as you can see, we have the right people in the right place.
Yes, we do. And let's begin the pitching. The innovators that are going to be pitching here today will each have 5 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes for question and answers with the judges.
All right. Do we have the innovators ready? Are they in the room? All right. Allow me to welcome Umurava Limited, and this is represented by Vivens Uwizeimana. Do we have Vivens? Very nice.
So, hello everyone, can you hear me? Hello everyone, I'm Vivens, I'm the founder of Umurava. Umurava means courageous. We are on a mission to build Africa's larger workforce of digital talents that are well connected to local and global job market. Digital economy is growing faster. However, in 2030, 85 million plus jobs might remain unfilled globally due to the lack of in-demand skills out of supply. But when we look at the African continent right now, we are the youngest continent with the projection to have the largest workforce in the world in 2040. But is Africa ready for this massive opportunity that we are currently having? Ladies and gentlemen, skills gap for the digital economy is a massive problem. And the dangerous part of this problem, it affects both companies and even the talents themselves. When it comes to companies, hiring or outsourcing is difficult, is time-consuming, and expensive. When we come to another side of the market, we see a big issue of youth unemployment, which is mainly caused by two things. One, Some talents are consuming traditional curriculum, which is outdated with the current job market needs. And the second, some young people have skills, but they don't have a powerful social networks, and they don't have a visibility to jobs. After getting first-hand experience with this problem I'm talking about, I decided to quit my job so that I can respond to various worries of young people that we currently have and the issue these companies are facing. You can ask yourself, which solution are we having? We built Umurava. This is a Pan-African talent marketplace platform that enables companies and organizations to hire and outsource Africa's skilled workforce in digital professions, mainly in digital media, tech, and research and data. Our platform operations start with talent assessment. This is where we vet talents, technical skills, soft skills, and language proficiency. We onboard them on our marketplace, where we start supplying them to different jobs and projects in different companies and organizations. The best thing with this, companies find both on-demand and even long-term workforce solutions. You can ask yourselves, how does this work? Companies send us a talent request with job requirements or project requirements. Our AI matching algorithm, powered by our talent management specialist, will get the talent or team in only 48 hours. When we supply the workforce on outsourcing model, we work with companies to ensure project delivery and workforce performance. When we place them in full-time jobs, we keep following up with career support to ensure that these talents can grow. Umurava extends huge opportunities to young people, starting from digitizing their CVs, availing a lot of skills assessment, and even availing job opportunities coming from different sources. We are only 2 years and 5 months. We have already matched more than 600 young people with jobs and projects in 70+ companies and organizations. With this huge impact, we are building a sustainable business. We generate 12K to 23K monthly recurring revenues. We are a B2B marketplace platform with 2 revenue models. We charge 40% gross margin per outsourced talent or a team. This can be one-time project or monthly recurring contracts. On another side, when you place full-time employees, we charge $100 to $300 as a one-time fee. In the future, we are going to deploy other revenue streams, such as in-built SaaS products on our platform, as well as also data as a service for some industries and sectors. Market opportunity is massive, and we target in 10 years to match more than 20,000 African talents with jobs and projects in more than 3,000 companies and organizations, locally and globally. We have great competitors, but we distinguish ourselves from them, one, by tapping into other in-demand skills for the digital economy, while most of them only focus on software developers. On another thing, full-time jobs are limited, and we want to ensure that we bring more teams of professional young people so that we can bring them into professional services sector at scale. So, of course, we are ambitious, but I wanted to touch on the quality of the team that we currently have. We are the team which have experience ranging from business development, data, technology, as well as media.
Thank you very much. That was a beautiful pitch. Judges, the floor is all yours.
So thank you very much, Vivens. It's never easy to be the first one and to break the ice.
That's true.
So judges, over to you, please.
Good afternoon, Umurava. Very, very exciting, great pitch. I had a couple of questions regarding your business model first.
Sure.
Now, you are a platform, but it's always important to bear in mind which is your principal client. Is it the companies or is it the workforce? And if you could kindly just elaborate on that, because it wasn't very clear to me. The second is on the model itself and your competition, obviously the big elephant in the room is Andela, which was also in this same family of businesses. And we saw some of the challenges that they faced. Similarly, Gebea right now is also having similar challenges. So if you could speak to how you will resolve and address what others have not been able to do ahead of you.
I like your questions. One, as I started, I said that we are mainly a B2B marketplace platform. Our major clients are the companies and organizations, but in the future, we have a plan to monetize from talent side, as we'll be having also different programs, as well as also products, basically waiting for them, and we will have to monetize them. And also, thanks for touching on some of our competitors. Normally, Andela is not on our slide because the time they started before, their aim was to be a Pan-African talent marketplace, but later on, they stopped the mission to be more of a global marketplace where it competes mostly with now TopTal, Upwork, Fiverr, etc. When it comes to Gebea, first of all, we are even about to partner with Gebea, though we are doing the same thing, in terms of making sure that we can scale in Africa. So the challenges that we tend to have, all of us, is most of the times we come to solve an issue, the issue of quality talents, and we end up even not finding them. And now the possibility is simple, is to make sure that how do we bully these talents? And that's what we put in place in terms of making sure that we can get quality talents so that we can have a sufficient supply of what we can do. Thank you.
In the same line of that question, you mentioned you have been able to place 600 plus people in 70 organizations. I'd like to understand the profile of those organizations and those people. Who do you place most, into which organizations mostly?
So thanks a lot. Our major clients mainly are these big consulting firms. Most of the times, remember, they get big contracts where they have to outsource large volume of talents for different jobs and projects. That's the first category. Another second category are these global companies.
Which jobs?
So I said that, yes, thank you. I said that we normally focus on the free in-demand skills for digital economy. One, it's digital media and marketing. Second, research and data, and finally, tech as well.
Okay, so you mentioned that your matching algorithm is using AI. How would you convince an employer about the accuracy of your matching algorithm? Where are you getting your training data from, et cetera?
So I think when it comes to Africa, we are aware that the tech solutions tend to be hybrid, especially in the sector where we are into, because at the end of the day, the AI matching algorithm is there to simplify the work in terms of sorting and even making sure that we can get the top talents among wide range of vetted talents that we have. But this one is fully verified by our talent management specialists, and most of them are our in-house team, and we also have a large network of subject matter experts that we tend to bring on board when we have a massive recruitment and vetting programs and activities. Thank you.
Vivens, the time allows us one more question.
Yes.
I would like you to take me through your numbers. What does it cost you and your pricing model? I did not get that exactly. And in terms of, yes, in terms of revenues, but also in terms of profit.
So thanks a lot. As you understand, we are tech-enabled, where most of the time we do have to invest in our tech infrastructure first, but more costs are coming in terms of talent vetting, because we have to assess these talents, and then another one comes in terms of project management, workforce management, and customer support.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. A round of applause to Vivens. Thank you for your time. The next innovators, please make sure you put as much information as you can in the first 5 minutes, because we will either way stop you, regardless of the question the judges asked. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is Hover AI. Arsène Umuhire on stage.
Good afternoon. Hanga AI is a data analytics startup. We are building the largest retail analytics platform for African small and medium enterprises. My name is Arsène, and this is our story. A few years back, my friend and coworker was working as a retail manager. He was facing issues with financial losses, as well as always complaining about the time it took to prepare financial documents. It's stressful, since he was using manual bookkeeping, but it's also inefficient and cost them time. After talking to more than 300 businesses, we've been able to find that there are two common issues with manual bookkeeping. There is inefficient management of their inventories, but apart from that, we also noticed that due to the lack of reliable data, they are considered high risk for lenders. Apart from that, we also noticed that they claim that available solutions are either expensive or complex for them. And lastly, we also noticed that only 20% of businesses in the sector are using technology on a daily basis. So what are we offering? We are offering a cloud-based retail analytics platform, and we are targeting two customer segments. For retailers, we are offering optimization of their business services, but we are also offering growth analytics in terms of automated growth analytics recommendations. We are also targeting financial institutions by offering credit risk modeling, as well as portfolio monitoring. Lastly, we are also helping the financial institution to customize products to target our retail clients. So what are we doing now? So currently, over 97% of the country is covered by 4G internet, and we noticed that there is an increasing SME fail rate. 80% of businesses in Kigali fail during their first year. Apart from that, the market is growing 9 times in the next 10 years. And the government is encouraging more businesses, operations, and services to be digitized. So the market, we have 41,000 businesses in Rwanda in the sector. We also have more than 800,000 SMEs in sub-Saharan Africa. And this is a $10 billion market. So what are we selling? We are offering software solutions in terms of inventory management, data analytics, as well as invoicing services. Here is hardware that we use to complement to our software solutions to enable efficient management of businesses. So in terms of marketing, we reach out to big institutions so that we target a big chunk of businesses at the same time, but also we have a sales team that reach out businesses store to store. Apart from that, we are also using social media marketing to reach out more people. So there are competitors in this sector, and we notice that most competitors are offering financial services, accounting services, but we differ from them because we are focusing on data accessibility, but also we are offering a freemium model to enable more business to switch from manual bookkeeping to digitized bookkeeping. And lastly, we are offering contextual reports using AI, and this is the first time you are seeing this in the financial accounting software. So we've been able to raise money from institutions like Carnegie Mellon University Africa, OpenAI, and Amazon. We've been also able to raise money from our clients. We started with 5 pilot users, but we've also been able to, we have started on board 29 more businesses since September. Currently, we are focusing on premium features for bigger clients. So the next year, we want to end the year with 500 businesses, but we are also targeting to be at 10,000 businesses in the next 3 years. So we are here because to empower these retail businesses and the communities they serve, we need to invest in product development, buy better hardware, and improve our software. But we also want to invest in marketing and customer acquisitions, as well as optimize our operations. Here is the team. My name is Arsène, and my co-founder is Xavier. We have a diverse list of advisors from Dr. Ganesh. We also have product development advisory, as well as financial accounting and sales and marketing advice. All right, I can show. OK, here are some screenshots of our product. When you're using it, you can see that it's not just the financial accounting information that you get. You also get targeted recommendations that are specific to your company and not generic information. We also have some way of sharing data. And yeah, here are our dashboards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arsène. Judges, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Arsène. It's a marathon, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's a marathon.
Just a quick one. SMEs, it's a very broad category of enterprises, from small to medium and so on. So which group are you exactly targeting among the SMEs? A specific sector or sector agnostic?
So currently we are targeting retail businesses. And for us, we define small businesses as a business that is making sales less than 5 million Rwandan francs and has no more than 5 employees. So it's in the retail sector.
So small retails, basically.
Small and medium. So we are targeting the small and medium because they don't have access to financial analytics services, because the bigger people, they are hiring analytics consultants, and they get those services from them. So we are targeting people who find our software affordable for their needs.
Thank you.
Hova, excellent. Very, very big market and a very big need. I was a little bit worried on a few points, though, if I may say so. So the first is, and following up on that last question, your customer base are small SMEs, right? MSMEs.
Small and medium. Yeah.
Small and medium or micro as well?
No micro, no.
Small and
we are
medium.
not targeting
Okay.
micro.
Okay, very good. So the first question I had was, to what extent are you going to be able to invest in education? Because this is not something that, an SME typically does already. And that nice device that you're holding is also comes at a price. You didn't tell us, you only talked about the subscription, but there's also an upfront investment to actually acquire the device, and then the investment to understand how to use it. And then the analytics that you showed us at the end, I can't imagine, at least an S of the SME, being able to use that readily. So I was struck that you had only 15,000 in your allocation of use of funds for market acquisition. And it seems that that is extremely low compared to the amount of marketing that you would need to do to actually get anywhere near that 855,000. So that's my first question. Secondly, related a little bit to that, is where's the AI, Hova.ai? I couldn't quite see the AI in this model, so if you could also elaborate on that.
Okay, so actually I can start with the last question. So the AI is in part with the contextual reporting. So when the business owner is using our software, we are recording those transactions and being able to notice the trends and information like that. So currently we are using third-party software like OpenAI large language models to be able to provide them with contextual insights that are strategic for their business alone. So apart from that, you also touched the point about affordability. So currently, the software, the hardware is not required at first. We offer a freemium model with limited functionalities. But apart from that, we are also making sure that they can pay in installments, the ones who want to pay for this service. And we are educating people by, we say that we are also going to invest in operational excellence. So we want to provide online tutorials to be able to make the education part of our business strategy easier instead of using manual education.
Can I ask a quick follow-up? I know there are others, but why did you decide to go with this device and not simply mobile-based? Because now you're adding
actually we are available on Android. You can download the app and use it without the need of a hardware, but you're also available on the internet. You can just write our website and use our services without the need of any hardware. So this is for invoicing, because some businesses want to print the invoices. We also have other printers. I'm not sure if you saw them, but we also have printers for invoicing. Thank you.
So thank you very much. You mentioned data sharing as one of your competitive advantages. What type of data is being shared, and what type of privacy or regulatory considerations?
Yeah, so currently the issue with data sharing is that we found that locally, most people don't think about, okay, what about if a business owner wants to share data to a financial institution? What's the process does it go through? So currently we are using that analytics platform to offer ways to share. For instance, you can even share live information about how your business is performing so that they may make decisions based on that track record. Apart from that, we are ensuring security by encrypting data at rest and in transit, and ensuring that the business owner is aware of the meaning of sharing that link, because it's like a Google Drive link. When you share it in public, everyone can access it. So we are educating them before letting them use that feature. Thank you.
Right on time. Thank you very much, Arsène.
Thank you.
A much louder applause for him, please. That's more like it. Thank you. All right, up next, we're going to call upon from MEDI XR, Wendy Ornella Ruzindana. Wendy? Encourage her as she walks to the stage, please. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy, and I had a question for you all. What is usually your most pressing concern when you visit a hospital? For me, hospitals, they freak me out, so I usually gain inner peace in the knowledge that the doctor knows what he's doing. But then, what if he doesn't? This is Africa now. There is poor infrastructure and limited training facilities and tools such as cadavers and laboratories, making healthcare practitioners learn, work, and train under difficult conditions. As a result, this also contributes to the ratio of 1:5 surgical complications and 1:10 surgical deaths. Let that sink in. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a revolutionary or make-believe solution that transcends geographical boundaries and transforms the way healthcare practitioners train and enhance their skills. We, as MediXR, are offering a cutting-edge platform that aim to address the challenge of limited training facilities and the need for improved skills in medical field. Taking a look at our solution features, we have 2 ready features, namely anatomy room and surgery room, and 3 other features that are currently in development, namely multi-user room, AI learning system, and surgery recordings lab. Diving deeper into our ready features, we have the anatomy lab. Here, the user is able to learn about the different parts of the human body and their functions through different virtual scenarios. While in the surgery room, here, the user, through the simulated surgeries, the user is able to practice the surgery skills and enhance their real-life surgery skills. And to ensure the feasibility of our idea, we made research and did a pilot test with more than 100 users. And after the test, most of them gave a similar comment whereby they found this to be interactive and engaging, and they couldn't wait for it to be on the market. And also, with our research, we are able to find that this solution is expected to grow at a fast rate of 26.88% at a value of $19.6 billion. We have segmented our target market into 3 categories, ranging from medical institutions, health professionals, to medical students. And our obtainable market is made of more than 23,000 healthcare practitioners in Uganda. But then again, before going further, let's first see how we're differentiating ourselves from the rest of the competition. We are setting ourselves apart through our affordability and large content library. And here, I also have to mention that we're the only African company in healthcare education right now. Taking a look at our business model, through our headset finance, we are planning to deliver our value to the customers, and by means of subscription fees, with the annual subscription fees being $200 and the monthly subscription fees being $20. We'll be reaching out to our customers by targeting medical associations and other health professionals communities by means of social media, partnerships, collaborative workshops, and pop-up VR experiences. Revenue-wise, this solution is expected to be worth $85,000 in year 1 $3.6 million in year 5 after expansion plans. Taking a look at the team, we have a variety of roles here. And to mention a few, we have a 3D artist, UI UX designer, and an AI engineer. And for the advisory board, we have a business expert and 4 mediators. This solution has been acknowledged by many institutions. We have Meta, ARV Africa, and ALX. As a result, we are able to raise $25,000. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wendy, for using your time wisely. Judges, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Clement, over to you.
Thank you, Alice. Would you tell me how you design a simulation? I'm not understanding if like the VR allows for 3D video that shows someone how some operation go, or if they interact and do something. But if they interact, what's the process to adding a new simulation? A surgery of one thing, let's say a tooth, or a surgery that's more complex? How do you?
Yes, so here, because we're solving the problem of limited training facilities, what we did here is providing virtual training facilities. And what we do, we replicate the whole thing that is real into the virtual reality headsets. And having a partnership with King Faisal Hospital to go through the various medical procedures and anywhere that we are on point and we are following what is needed to add additional value to the customers. Did I answer your question?
Still, I'm not getting whether it's just a video VR that shows the whole process, or if it's something that's more interactive. Like me, I'm a student, and I can put the mask and start to do things, and it feels like if it was real.
Yes, so with the headsets, okay. So with the headsets, you are able to feel as if you're in a different world, like within that world. And looking here, okay, give me a moment. So here in the solution that we gave.
So it's virtual reality.
Yes, so here the video that was provided here, this is within the headsets. This person is showing us what he's seeing. And here you have a bed with a patient, and that's a syringe. He's actually doing practicals, surgeries, with demos and guidelines there. He feels that he's in the hospital. He doesn't see his surrounding. He's just immersed within the world within the headsets. Did I answer your question? So it's interactive, and you're able to practice what you will do in real life.
Hi, Wendy. Very nice. Thank you. And I think this is a very, very interesting area. But I have a question around, and I asked this to the first page. Who is your primary client? Is it the trainee, or is it the institution that needs the skill sets that you're going to pass on through the training that you give, enhanced training? And I think that goes to, I guess, the core question I had about your model, which is, you had on your business model B2B, and then you had B2C. But the more I look at what you're trying to do, it seems like B2B to C, the integrated B2B to C, where you go through the medical institutions to get to the professionals, rather than having the professionals come to you direct. B2C seems to be a more practical model. So, and then just adding on to that, where do the devices come from? Do the students have to come with it? Do they come to a training room? Like, how does it actually work?
So, yes, you're right. Mainly our model is B2B, medical institutions. Those are the ones we're dealing with. But then we added the B2C as an option, for instance, whereby the medical institutions do not want to interact with us, and the practitioner wants to train on their own, and as a result want to engage with us. But then that was just an option we put there to ensure our scalability, but that's within the plans. So far, we are mainly focusing on the medical institutions.
Tell us a little bit more about your competitive advantage, because I can imagine globally that's something that could be found.
Yes, so far, our main competitive advantage is our affordability. And also we are large content library whereby we are, because the end users are being involved in the operations of this, designing of this to ensure that the solution actually targets their needs. So what we are doing here is our large competitive advantage are mainly our affordability. We charge a small fee, $200 annually, $20 per month. And our large content library, because of the way we're targeting their needs and integrating what they want, so that's, yes, another one of our competitive advantage.
Conrad, any questions? Quickly.
How long does it typically take to develop an experience?
Okay, a feature, solution feature, usually takes 3 weeks with the current team.
Well, we got 3 weeks as the last word from Wendy. Coming up next is Lupa, Cynthia Umutoniwabo.
Good afternoon. 7 out of 10 people in Rwanda live off of agriculture. That means, if I put it in context, in a room like this of up to 1,500 people, 1,000 actually are either farmers or are involved in agriculture activities. Yet, we all depend on their success. Now, the question that we can ask ourselves would be, why do we farm, yet people are still hungry? According to FAO, Rwanda faces challenge with soil degradation. And this is mainly caused by erosion because of the landscape of Rwanda, but this is addressed by the use of terrace farming. The other thing that we did find was that the excessive use of inorganic fertilizer. This not only degrades the soil, but also reaches into our waters. This is caused by also reduce of microbial activities in the soil, organic matters, and others. If we are to look at it in a bigger picture, Rwanda imports up to 70,000 metric tons each year of fertilizer. In the recent meeting we attended with the Minister, Ildefonso Musafiri, he highlighted how Rwanda would be involved, $190 million in the next 3 years worth of fertilizer activities. Now, how do we come in? At Lupa, what we did find is if we harness the power of earthworms, we can turn organic waste into organic fertilizers. This not only will help us to use the nutrient content, but also it will be beneficial to the soil, and it will help the farmer use less input for more output. You may wonder how we do this. So we've been able to work with Nyamata Market, where we get our organic waste, where we sort it, then we take it to our facility, which is located in the eastern province, not far from the market. We're able to shred it, then we're able to decompose it further through a process of pre-compost. We're then able to feed it to earthworms, which in turn give us our end product, which is the worm cast and worm tea. Along the way, we're able to monitor different parameters, such as moisture, temperature, and pH levels. Now, we've been doing this manually, but we are looking ahead at introducing IoT, which will help us have more efficiency and able to produce have more production as we go. So if we look at how we're going to be approaching this, we've been realizing that the main person that we're addressing this for cannot afford it at the moment. But we are looking at involving economy of scale, where we're going to be producing more so they can be able to, we can bring our costs down. Our entry to market has been large-scale farmers and landscapers. That's where we've been able to try our first product. So we're not alone in this game. I will say that we can categorize them in two. We have people that produce organic fertilizer, which I mentioned how it has quality, it has immediate quality as you use it, but over time it degrades the soil. Our main competitor, we say, is traditional manure producers, but our competitive edge with them is that we're able to have quality and efficiency as we'll be introducing IoT technology. So our ask will be $50,000. This will help us produce more. We want to introduce IoT technology so we can be able to have to be able to have an efficient operation, and we're going to be able to reach more farmers as we go. We've been able to partner with different people, such as the market where we get our resources, Bugesera, which were the demo farm, and different partners in the different partners. I'm not by myself. I'm Cynthia Mutoniwabo, and I'm in charge of the operations. I have also Dennis Washira, who's a product lead and a chemist. I'm also with Gislan Dukuze, who has experience in circular economy. We also have a different list of advisors.
All right, thank you very much. Judges, the floor is all yours.
Yes. Thank you, Cynthia.
Yes.
Conrad, I would like to start with you. Over to you.
Thank you, Cynthia. Can you speak a little bit more on your vision for the IoT integration and how that would enhance your operational efficiency?
Yes. Maybe I can go back a bit. So when we are producing, when we have to make sure the environment the worms are in has a perfect condition. That means we have to monitor different parameters such as moisture. If it's too hot, they will die. If it's not too wet, they don't reproduce enough. So hence, they're not able to actually do the job that we want them to do. So for us to be able to produce more in the economy scale that we're looking for so we can address it to the small-scale farmer, we have to be able to monitor all the conditions perfectly. So we've been, the good news is we've been in talks with the University of Rwanda and other people that have IoT students that we can onboard in LUPA to be able to actually achieve this.
Two questions. One is, you've done experiments, the quality of the fertilizer that comes out and the efficiency. Is it equal to the ones that we import or buy? But two, how much would it cost you to produce as much fertilizer as needed in a year? You said 70 metric ton. So how much, if you do your projection to see if you will ever scale, how much does it cost you?
Sure. Maybe I can start with the first one. With the research we've done, so we can compare it in two ways. We look at the normal composting organic fertilizer that's on the market, which vermicompost has more nutrients than that. If we've been seeing, like, for example, where we tried it with landscapers, they've told us a few feedbacks where the roots are actually bigger, so it's able to absorb the plant is more healthier, if I could say it that way. Comparing it with the inorganic, like I said before, inorganic has a direct and immediate nutrients to the plant, but over time, over usage, degrades the soil. So you actually, over time, you're going to be producing less because you just want an immediate crop, an immediate yield. Yes. So in that comparison, that's what I would say. So also talking about what we are projecting, right now what we're able to produce is still on a smaller scale, and we're going to be needing not only the money, but we have to be able to collaborate with different partners in the game, I would say, including government or other people that are in the fertilizer business, to be able to reach even a bigger production scale. So for now, I would say our facility will only be able to produce 10 tons per month if we're able to introduce everything that we're talking about. But we're looking ahead at having even a bigger facility that can accommodate that.
Yes, hi, Cynthia. I'm actually invested in my former life as an incubator in businesses like this, so quite interesting, and congratulations. I have a question on the unit economics. You want to produce it for $200 per bag and sell it at 600. So that makes me think that first of all, your margins are very high, 44%, so that seems a bit of a concern. But secondly, you're talking really about a subset of farmers that can be your off-taker or your client. And those would be high-value agriculture producers, high-value crops. So, because that's where you're going to find the demand for organic fertilizer. So, to what extent is that your market strategy? Second, on the worms, because it's vermi, so what is your supplier relationship? Do you have locked-in contracts, or are you yourself integrated backwards into producing the worms? And then third, your scalability in this business is very difficult because it's so bulky. And you need land to do the composting, and then you need storage, warehouses and all that. So this is a high asset, high capital intensive operation. So what's your plan for scaling up?
Sure.
You start with the last question.
Yes, I was going to say I can start with the last question. So we are looking at different ways of scaling. Also talking even a bit about the pricing that you talked about. The price is 223 right now, Rwandan franc. So that would be about $0.2. So our margin is a bit high at the moment because the quality that we wanted to have compared to, sorry.
Well, the judges will get your presentations and they can extract the information.
Sure, definitely.
Thank you very much. Thank you. One more time, a round of applause. Up next is DOP Initiatives, pitched by Gisubizo Abigail.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gael Gisubizo. I'm from DOP Initiatives. Due to our culture and religious barriers, when I grow up, my parents didn't educate me about my reproductive health, not even my teachers. And the only source of information I had was from my peers. Guess what they told me? They're like, during the daytime, you cannot get pregnant. Can you imagine that? Only after 6 p.m., that's when you can get pregnant. And taking a shower after having sex, that prevents pregnancy. And similar myths exist. And the sad part, most of us still believe and follow them. Let me present you my baby, Keza. So you can see the lack of the right information on adolescent and sexual reproductive health has been resulting into increase in teen pregnancies. Between 2020 and 2022, in Rwanda, the number almost doubled itself. This is heartbreaking. And the rise of young women between 19 and 34 years has been heartbreaking. The government of Rwanda has been putting a lot of effort for a mother to transmit HIV to the young people, to the newborn, but when you get 15, a simple lie can destroy your life. This is heartbreaking. And our solution. Keza Game Quiz is a gamified platform that educates young people about comprehensive and sexual reproductive health in a youth-friendly way and interactively. And you can ask yourself, how does it work? When you enter, they ask you about your age. Our content is age-appropriate. When you're below 15, you get the age that is suitable for your age. When you're above 15, you get the content that's suitable for your age. And you can play our game in 3 languages. You can play it in Kinyarwanda, you can play it in English, you can even play it in French. So you get different questions that you need to answer. When you answer it well, you get high scores, and you answer it, if you get the wrong answer, you see the right answer, and you learn from it even if you don't get the scores. And for now, we've launched our product in September. We've been partnering with 23 high schools. We have more than 9,200 users from different high schools. What we do, the reason why we deal with high school is that the young people in rural areas who doesn't have access to smartphone can access our game at school because we install it in the computer labs for them to have an edutainment learning experience. For now, we have two collaborations with the Rwanda Broadcasting Agency and one game center that is called Funky Monkey Arcade. Our go-to-market, we are targeting young people between 10 and 24, and you can find our app on App Store, in school, and game centers. The way we find our clients is through our traditional media, online advertisement, and different partnerships. You can ask yourself, how do we make money? Through advertisement in our freemium version. And we'll be having a premium version, which is Keza game, a 3D endless runner game that will be the first one of its kind in Africa. We'll be having different subscriptions from schools, different subscription from individual, which is $1 per month, and also subscription from the game centers. And guess what? We are selling our content to a wider population. We are collaborating with RBA, where we'll be selling our content to 24,000 per year on TV and on radio. So soon you will see Keza Game Quiz Show on your screens. And our competitors, for us, we have 3 languages. They don't have them. And our product is affordable, and our product is only age appropriate. With our competitors, they don't have it. We have SRH license from RBC. And we managed to launch our product with 23 schools for now. But next year, we want to launch our premium version, but also we want to partner with more schools, like 70 schools and 3 game centers. And for the next year, again, we want to put more African content when we are designing the game. Our team, this is our team. We are 6 of them. We are working and we want to raise 50,000 USD. And most of the USD, the 40% of our raise will be in the content, because we are creating different environment in the game, which is an endless runner game, where we'll be having different buildings and where you can see that you are playing in Kigali City, but also in rural areas.
Thank you very much, Abigail. The time is up, and now judges, over to you.
Thank you very much, Gael. I would like to hear a little bit more about the content enhancement that's going to take the 30% of the fund you raise. What do you mean exactly?
So most of this, the content of the game, we're building a 3D video game, which is our premium version. So the environment itself, the houses, the environment, how even the content putting in different languages of different African countries, because we'll be adding other languages as well for our SRH content that will be animated content in the game. Mostly, that's where most of the money will go in the game development environment.
So it's the development itself or the research?
Sorry?
The development itself or the research?
The development itself, because for the research we already from that. We already have the license and.
Okay, thank you.
When one builds such an approach, a game like that, you want to measure how that impacts behavior, understanding, and maybe change in understanding. How do you do that? What have your first pilots or prototypes shown you? I would love to see more.
Yes, thank you. For the moment, in schools where kids are playing, for the 23 schools that we work with, after playing, they give us feedback. I wish I can show you how comments and the feedbacks we're getting from the young people. And sometimes they'll be like asking questions, like my boyfriend told me this today. And we are looking the way we can integrate with AI, where we can respond to them. And that's why we get the feedback from the students. It's a positive feedback, but also you get to know that young people need to learn more about their reproductive health.
Hi, I like gamification and what you're trying to do very much. And what I really like is the scalability. You can go so far, not just SRH, but even other things that one wants to put onto your gamification. So a couple of questions. One is, why don't you just offer it free, even the $1 subscription to individuals? I think is for me, doesn't make sense. So keep it free, but do the advertising and the subscription to the institutions. Second, you hinted at the very end about Pan-African. I want to push you and ask, what's your plan for that? Because I think this can go Pan-African. And then the team that you have. Do you have because you went very fast on that part, so what's your capability to roll this out at scale?
Yes, we have 2 full-stack developers, and we have a game developer as well. We have designed with the 3D UX UI. Our team is very equipped. For the moment, I've shown the demo for the organizers. They have seen our product, how it's working with the scaling of it. It's really beautiful. I wish you could see it.
Can I just ask a quick follow-up on the gamification for the individuals when you're not charging? If you go with the idea that you make it free, then what you can do is the rewards. You pay to get, like, if you reach a certain point, then to get to a higher. So have you thought about doing something like that? Because that seems like a better way to get money from
Yes, we've thought about it, because we'll be having premium features like buying clothes, buying a house in the game, different features that you can buy, but also for the freemium people will enjoy the game.
Okay, so in terms of data privacy, what type of data is being acquired from this demographic, especially given how young the demographic is?
Sorry, can I?
The type of data, and how do you protect the data that's acquired, especially since it's a younger population that you're acquiring data from?
Yeah, that is one of the main reasons why we have been putting age appropriate with the help of RBC by putting the right content with the right age. And that's why we asked them their age before, for them to not have the content that is not suitable for their age. And we are keeping that data with the Rwandan data policy.
Thank you very much, Gael. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
One more time, a round of applause to Gael. In fact, Gael used her time and awarded us 2 seconds.
So we want to thank all the innovators that have just spent time pitching their ideas, and we appreciate the time that they took to develop these ideas and come here with us. We want to remind you that if you're on social media, you can engage with us by tagging us or mentioning us with the hashtag Hanga Pitchfest 23 or Unleash Rwanda.
As you can see, you're seeing people doing a bit of changes on the setup. That should tell you something. We are about to elevate to another level. And that is the next step that we are going to be having. For us to prepare well for that, we're going to be looking at some videos that are preparing or are putting us in the right mood, setting the right mood for the awarding. I will ask you to please stay in the room. Of course, I'm not stopping you from having a quick break, but I would ask you to please stay with us as we go in the next session. We are going to be awarding the top 5 judges. We can give you time to deliberate. We trust that you are going to give us the names in the right order. All right, thank you very much.
Please join us to thank our wonderful judges as they head off to deliberate on the results of the pitch session.
Otherwise, thank you very much. Thank you for being with us for this first part of today's Hanga Pitchfest. Congratulations to all the innovators that pitched in Unleash. One more time, for those who pitched in Unleash, we'll be coming back to get to know the results who are the top 4. Congratulations to the 5 that pitched in Hanga Pitchfest. Otherwise, you can digest, network, connect with your neighbor. If you don't know their name, then go back with their surname. Otherwise, thank you very much for being with us. Let's follow the videos that are going to be setting the mood, and we'll be right back in a few to kickstart the next session. Thank you very much.
The most important thing that I do when I wake up as a person of faith, just have time to pray. It's very important. And then once I'm here at work, what I always do in beginning my day is to prioritize, to schedule my day, even though I have already some meetings already scheduled throughout the week. But for that day, I also just go through the important things I have to achieve for the day. I'm Mami Ingabire Muziga. I'm a co-founder and managing director of Caris UIS. We work with companies, with institutions in various sectors, such as in agriculture, environment, construction, and health sector. So we use drone technology to provide those reliable and quality data to our customers. As a co-founder and manager, and one of the things when you are growing such a company, you need to keep the team motivated and inspired, ensure that we all have the same vision and understanding of the impact that we are making in our continent. So that one task is really to keep creating that collaborative space environment for the team and keep inspiring them to keep moving ahead, to keep coming up with innovative ideas for our community. I think what I would say about setbacks and maybe barriers, there are times where we have faced it happen, one of the project delay, and the only reason was just communication in terms of what exactly the client needs. And today we have processes in channel of communication in place to ensure that communications are done effectively and that the team knows exactly what type of information they need to satisfy our customers. I just believe that a journey of an entrepreneur is a continuous learning journey. And for me, I always embrace that mindset of keep learning. I always say to young people and anyone that wants to join this entrepreneurship journey, I always tell them that it's not just about title, that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a CEO, I'm a founder. No, it's really more about, okay, what is that need that you are going to meet in our community? 4 important words for a founder is socially responsible, innovative leader.
Abraham Natkunda is my name. I'm a co-founder at a startup called Interconnect Point. My company is looking at the agro production industry on the continent of Africa. We're starting out with the tea industry, and we're doing this leveraging data analytics in real time. What we're trying to do in the tea industry is to say, okay, can we reverse engineer a process that is offered as data analytics as a service to enhance their production, their quality. We are right now on a mission to create the next standard of agro-processing. The origin of Interconnect Point, its idea and implementations comes because I was at CMU from a class where we did a project and then advanced the project into industry to do a proof of concept, and then got interested partners, and then brought in more other students with diverse skill sets like embedded systems, machine learning, software engineering, and data science. Building an idea takes quite a lot, I needed an ecosystem of people, skill sets, and industry support. Carnegie Mellon University, and specifically its innovation hub on the African continent, brings quite a lot in terms of enhancing the environment for entrepreneurs and innovators. Entrepreneurship is a journey. So being part of CMU and its global network gives you exposure to things that you didn't know or you never even heard of. And it's through that you get to refine the entrepreneurship journey that you start. It's thrilling to see how the company has evolved. The long-term goals of Interconnect Point are to create a benchmark and a standard for the entire value chain. We think that presenting our solution to the entire global ecosystem should harness interest from different stakeholders that drive demand that could end up benefiting the whole world.
On the sidelines of the second edition of Hanga Pitchfest, the Hanga SRH program was conceived as a strategic response to the critical need for leveraging technology to address key issues in SRH in Africa, including gender-based violence, unmet need for contraception, unsafe abortion, maternal mortality, and limited access to youth-friendly SRH services. We're excited to welcome the 20 SRH innovators joining us from 11 African countries for the Hanga SRH program.
Muraho. Mujero Aleko. Abari. Michichi Amunina from Ghana.
From Zambia. A few years ago, I've always worked as an advocate, recognizing the urgent need to respond to alarming crises in sexual reproductive health, particularly facing women. That's why we decided to create a safe gateway, which is Luna, that women can join our platform and they will be able to find safe educational spaces with other women to learn any topics ranging from period to fertility and menopause. We also allow them to have easy, quick access through technology to talk to best specialists on the market, and they will be able to access services and products that they need, such as contraception or safe abortion.
At Jocare, what we are doing is just delivering the sexual reproductive health information with inclusion of people with disability. We are using online way and offline way. Where on online, we have a Jocare web app platform, a mobile application, and also website. And also we are having offline materials where we are also including people with disability, like this board, where we have Jocare puzzle games. These puzzle games help people with vision impaired so that they can touch and also play the game so that they can be informed about sexual and reproductive health information with using this Braille alphabet.
I am the CEO and founder of SIP platform, or Advancing Access to Safe Abortion platform. So it's a digital platform that was developed on the background of verified healthcare providers who are committed to providing safe abortion care and health facilities where they officially practice. So I developed the ASAP platform to address the issues and consequences caused by unsafe abortion. And this was also triggered by the opportunity presented by the Rwandan Ministerial Order of 2019 that allowed and expanded legal eligibility of safe abortion services in Rwanda.
The goal of the program is clear: to harness the power of technology-enabled startups in addressing key SRH challenges in Africa. The selected SRH innovators are equally excited to join the cohort, but let's hear from them on what they're looking to get out of the program.
I'm looking for mentorship and technical support from the Hanga SRH program.
Knowledge,
mentorship,
funding to obtain technical assistance, especially knowledge from the SRH program, so as to scale our reach.
hydration flow. You on the floor. I thought you were gone. I held you right by the waist, took you out inside the door. Don't ever do that, don't do it to a good one. You lose it in a second, no, there's nothing to say. You're looking flying off to the lights. As for these antelopes, they'll follow where you go. Sleepy mind, I think of you every day when I wear my shoes. Sleepy mind, I think of you every day when I wear my shoes. Sleepy mind, I think of you every day when I wear my shoes. Sleepy mind, I think of you every day when I wear my shoes.
Everybody in the club right now, tell the DJ to turn it loud. Dedicate my favorite song. Single ladies, you can't go wrong. Everybody in the club right now, tell the DJ to turn it loud. Dedicate my favorite song.
If you came in by yourself tonight, 'cause you wouldn't pick up the phone. He was supposed to bring you here tonight. Couldn't find him, so you came alone. It don't matter 'cause you're here now, and the music you're enjoying. So for the next couple minutes, baby, I'ma be your boyfriend. Pretty mama, if you're single, you don't gotta be alone tonight. So why the DJ play this single? Just pretend that I'm your man tonight. So you don't gotta be alone. I'll be your boyfriend. So you don't gotta be alone. Girl, I'll be your boyfriend. So you don't gotta be alone. Baby, I'll be your boyfriend. Be your boyfriend till the song goes on. So you don't gotta be alone. I'll be your boyfriend. You don't gotta be alone. Girl, I'll be your boyfriend. So you don't gotta be alone. Baby, I'll be your boyfriend. Be your boyfriend till the song goes on.
Everybody in the club right now, tell the DJ to turn it loud. Dedicate my favorite song. Single ladies, you can't go wrong. Everybody in the club right now, tell the DJ to turn it loud. Dedicate my favorite song.
He don't tell you that you're beautiful. Let me tell it to you to repeat. He don't tell you that he loved you, girl. Let me sing it in a heartbeat. I've been traveling on this road too long. Just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. And I've been traveling on this road too long. Just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone.
Never had one of them days, wish you would've stayed home. Running to a group, so getting their hate on. You walk by, they get wrong. You reply, then it should get blown way out of proportion. Way past discussion, just you against them, pick one and rush 'em. Figure you'll get jumped here, that's next. They don't wanna stop there, now they bustin'. Now you gushing. Ambulance rushing you to the hospital with a bad concussion. Plus you hit 4 times, will it hit your spine? Paralyzed way down, now you wheelchair bound. Never mind that, now you lucky to be alive. Just think it all started, you fussing with 3 guys. Now your pride in the way, but your pride is the way you can fuck around, get shot, die in the day, die every day. All over boom. Money dice game, ordinary hood shit. Could this be cause of hip-hop music? Or did the ones with the good sense not use it? Usually, don't know what to do when they're back against the wall, so they just start shooting. For red or for blue or for blow, I guess. From Bankhead up to your project. Ain't no more straight, now I'm straight. Now I get it, now I take time to think before I make mistakes just for my family's sake. That part of me left yesterday. The heart of me is strong today. No regrets, I'm blessed to say the old me dead and gone and gone and gone and gone and gone and gone.
Going nowhere fast, we've reached the climax. We're together, now we're undone. Won't commit, so we choose to run away. Do we separate? Oh, don't wanna give it, so we both gave up. Can't take it back, it's too late, we reached the climax. I've fallen somehow, feet off the ground. Love is the glove that keeps raining down. Where are you now? When I need you around, I'm on my knees, but it my confession. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm pro and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta keep part 2 of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call. I'm so dumb and I don't know what to do but to keep part 2 of my confessions. It's gonna be the hardest thing I think I ever had to do. Got me talking to myself, asking how I'm gonna tell me about that chick on part 1 I told y'all I was sleeping with. Say she's 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it. First thing that came to mind was you. Second thing was how do I know if it's fine? Is it true? Third thing was we were sharing that I never did what I did. How I ain't glad even no kid.
She a work girl, she work the pole, she break it down, she take it low, she find it, she bout the dough, she doing a thing out on the floor. Her money, she make it look at the way she shake it, make you want to touch it, make you want to taste it. How you lustin' for it, going crazy, face it now, don't stop, get it, the way she shake it, make you want it. Then she double jointed from the way she split it, got your head from the way she did it. She's so much more than you used to. She knows just how to move to seduce you. She gon' do the right thing and touch the right spots and dance on your lap till you ready to pop. She always ready when you want it, she want it like a. The info, I show you where to meet her. On the late night till daylight, the club jumping. If you want a good time, she gon' give you what you want. Let me talk to you.
Baby, you're so new age, you're like my new craze. Let's get together, maybe we can start a new phase.
Aimable ndi kukumva. Aimable ndi kukumva. Aimable ndi kukumva ndi kumwambika. Yes.
Zose ziriho. Ndabumva nubwo numva harimo akantu gasa n'agasamira ariko ndabumva. Ndi ready Aimable, ndi ready. Nta kibazo. Nta ribi. Okay. dukomeje kubifuriza kugubwa neza abakurikiranye ibiganiro byacu aho muri hose, tubibutsa yuko gahunda zimukiye hano Kigali Convention Center hari cyangwa zigiye gukomereza gahunda za Hanga Pitch cyangwa se gutanga ibihembo bitandukanye ku mishinga y'urubyiruko yagiye ihiga indi ivanywe hirya no hino mu gihugu. Ni imishinga rero mu by'ukuri akenshi ijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga ndetse no guhanga udushya, ariko nanone ifite ikivuze cyane cyane mu gukemura ibibazo bitandukanye igihugu kiba gifite. Ndi kumwe rero n'umunyamabanga uhoraho muri Minisiteri y'Ikoranabuhanga na Innovation, Yves Iradukunda. Tuguhaye ikaze.
Murakoze cyane.
Kwagira ngo mutubwire mbere ya byose yuko tujya uno munsi kuri ibi bihembo byagiye bitangwa mu myaka yashize, byatanze ubuhe musaruro? Ese hari aho byagiye bifasha by'umwihariko mu kuba byatuma hari ibisubizo bihangwa cyane cyane biturutse kuri iyi mishinga y'urubyiruko?
Murakoze cyane. Hano turi muri Hanga Pitchfest umwaka wa 2023. Ni igikorwa dukoze ku nshuro ya gatatu, duhemba urubyiruko rufite uduhangano dushya. Uko bigenda turabahamagara bakohereza imishinga yabo, ubundi tubona abagera muri 400 tugasoma imishinga yabo, abagera muri 45 bagatumirwa kuyigaragaza, hanyuma 25 bakamara ibyumweru 2 muri bootcamp bayinoza ndetse banafashwa kuyinonsora. Hanyuma rero uyu munsi 5 muri bo akaba aribo baza bakayigaragaza. Nkuko wari ubivuze rero, uyu ni umwaka wa gatatu. Umwaka wa mbere 5 bahawe ibihembo, n'uwa kabiri 5 ibihembo, ariko gukora nimbivuze 45 bose, na nyuma yo guhabwa ibihembo babandi 5 turabafata tukabashyira muri gahunda yo gufashwa kuzamura business zabo mu gihe kingana n'umwaka kugira ngo bakomeze gutera imbere. Ibyo rero bidufasha yuko uretse no kuba bahembwe amafaranga, wa mbere 50,000 n'abandi kugenda umanura, turakomezanya nabo kugira ngo business zabo zitere imbere. Rero nsubije ikibazo cyawe nuko tugeze ahantu hashimishije, aho ubona benshi muri bo business zabo zimaze gukomera, batanze imirimo itandukanye, bafite abakozi, ariko kandi by'umwihariko bagenda babona n'abandi bashoramari bazamo kugira ngo bafatanye kwagura business zabo.
Yego, akenshi u Rwanda ni igihugu n'umuzi kize imbere ubuhinzi. Twagira ngo tubabaze niba hari uburyo bwihariye cyangwa se muri iyi mishinga muri rusange ubuhinzi bwatekerejweho.
Niko nk'uko bivuze, uyu munsi kimwe mu byo twashyize ku mugaragaro nuko dufatanyije na banki y'isi y'Amajyambere ndetse na Minisiteri y'Ubuhinzi n'Ubworozi, twavuze ko hagiye kujyaho ikigega kirimo miliyari 2, miliyoni 2 z'amadolari cya miliyari 2 z'amanyarwanda zizajya mu mishinga by'umwihariko y'abafite guhanga udushya mu bijyanye no guteza imbere ubuhinzi hikoresheje ikoranabuhanga. Ibi rero bikazafasha cyane cyane urubyiruko rwagiye rugaragara muri Hanga Pitchfest zashize ndetse n'iyingi turimo ya gatatu, bafite udushya mu bijyanye n'iby'ubuhinzi. Bikaba bidushimishije cyane rero ku bufatanye nk'uko nimbivuze bwa Minisiteri y'Ubuhinzi n'Ubworozi na banki y'isi y'Amajyambere, kuba tuzabasha gutuma ino mishinga ikura mu Rwanda ndetse kandi ikaba yagira n'ahandi muri Afurika no ku isi.
Turagushimiye cyane. Tubamenyesha yuko mu mwanya tuza gukurikirana itangwa ry'ibi bihembo, aho mu by'ukuri mbibutsa yuko ari imishinga 45 yagiye itoranywa hirya no hino mu gihugu, hanyuma 25 nayo ikaza gukomeza, noneho 5 cyangwa se yahize indi ikaba mu by'ukuri ariyo iza gutoranywamo umushinga wahize iyindi, noneho muri rusange ku rwego rw'igihugu dukomeza kwifuriza kugubwa neza na gahunda zacu. Ngewe nitwa Jean Claude Mutuyeyezu.
college, 100K deposits, vacations in the tropics. Everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it. And you ain't never ever gotta go on your wallet. Long as I got rubber band banks in my pocket. 5, 6 rides with rims and a body kit. You ain't gotta down.
We are Hanga Pitchfest, the largest in-person technology event in Rwanda. You want to know how we got here? Simple. First, we identify a problem, and then we solve it. Yep, just like Wendy and her team, who are solving the
To our product.
like the fact that we have
agriculture.
This is Gael, using talents and teams on demand in just 4. Meet Hover AI.
We are empowering small and medium enterprises in Africa to make data-driven decisions.
gahunda dukomeje kubifuriza dukomeje kubifuriza kugubwa neza abakurikiranye ibiganiro byacu aho muri hose tubibutsa yuko gahunda zimukiye hano Kigali Convention Center hari cyangwa zigiye gukomereza gahunda za Hanga Pitch cyangwa se gutanga ibihembo bitandukanye ku mishinga y'urubyiruko yagiye ihiga indi ivanywe hirya no hino mu gihugu. Ni imishinga rero mu by'ukuri akenshi ijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga ndetse no guhanga udushya, ariko nanone ifite ikivuze cyane mu gukemura ibibazo bitandukanye igihugu kiba gifite. Ni kumwe rero n'umunyamabanga uhoraho muri Minisiteri y'Ikoranabuhanga na Innovation, Yves Iradukunda. Tuguhaye ikaze.
Murakoze cyane.
Kwagira ngo mutubwire mbere ya byose yuko tujya no munsi kuri ibi bihembo byagiye bitangwa mu myaka yashize, byatanze ubuhe musaruro? Ese hari aho byagiye bifasha by'umwihariko mu kuba byatuma hari ibisubizo bihangwa cyane cyane biturutse kuri iyi mishinga y'urubyiruko?
Murakoze cyane. Hano turi muri Hanga Pitchfest umwaka wa 2023. Ni igikorwa dukoze ku nshuro ya gatatu, duhemba urubyiruko rufite uduhanga banki y'isi itsura amajyambere.
Guest of honor, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Thank you. Your Excellency, a very warm welcome to Hanga Pitchfest 2023, where innovation takes center stage. My name is Alice Hijiro, together with
Yusuf Nwadi, and we're honored to be your guest for today. The Startup Festival serves as a significant platform, uniting entrepreneurs and creative talents from nationwide. We now invite the Minister of ICT and Innovation, Paula Ingabire, for her remarks.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, honorable ministers and fellow cabinet members, UNDP Administrator Akim Steiner, the Chairperson of Unleash, Professor Fleming, distinguished guests, invaluable innovators, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and a warm welcome to the third edition of the Hanga Pitchfest competition. Today is a celebration of talent, ambitions, and the boundless opportunities that arise when passion, creativity, determination, and the resolve to be self-reliant converge to push the boundaries of innovation. Particularly this year, we are honored to host Unleash alongside Hanga Pitchfest, happening for the very first time in Africa, and hopefully not the last time on the African continent. Unleash, yes. This week, Unleash converged 1,000 change makers from 136 countries. Both Unleash and Hanga Pitchfest platforms are a testament to the shared commitment with our partners to finding novel solutions to pressing challenges and to harnessing the power of human imagination for the greater good. And for that, allow me to recognize the unwavering support of our partners, MasterCard Foundation, Alan and Grace Philanthropies, Susan Buffett Foundation, the European Union, and I think we have a broad list of different partners that have made this possible today, but most importantly, who have been the bedrock for a successful Hanga Pitchfest and the development of Rwanda's innovation ecosystem. Their commitment to fostering innovation and driving positive change in our community is truly commendable. Without their generous contributions, this platform for groundbreaking ideas and solutions would not have been possible. To all these partners, we owe you a debt of gratitude. Your belief in the power of innovation, in the potential of our talent, and your willingness to support and invest in the future have empowered visionaries and trailblazers that we witnessed a while ago and throughout this whole week. In a special way, our acknowledgement goes out to our development partners, notably UNDP, for their collaboration in different programs, including Timbuktu, a $1 billion fund that will soon be established in Rwanda to invest in African youth innovation startups. I think that deserves. Just last month, together with UNDP, we launched the Unipod, an innovation hub that is established in the University of Rwanda that will support and promote innovation, interdisciplinary research, and nurturing the next generation of innovators. Aguka is another initiative an €8 million program launched in partnership with the European Union to provide comprehensive support to young entrepreneurs from the initial stages of ideation through skills development, seed funding, and expansion of their ventures. I also wish to recognize the World Bank's partnership in providing us with early stage financing facility, a $9.5 million financing scheme that will provide funding to innovation startups. And with all of that, Rwanda is the place to do business, to grow your startups, and to test your ideas. To the brilliant minds behind the innovative projects showcased here over the week and today particularly, thank you for inspiring all of us. Your dedication to solving real-world challenges is encouraging. We believe that your endeavors will not only revolutionize industries, but also contribute to the betterment of the global community. And finally, I wish to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Your Excellency President Paul Kagame, who 2 years ago believed in Hanga Pitchfest, invested in it, and today we have supported so many startups. Thank you, Your Excellency. This is a remarkable milestone to proof of Rwanda's effective leadership, the living testament of remarkable achievements. And with that, I say, here is to a future shaped by innovation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister, for the insightful remarks and recap. And now we welcome to the stage Mr. Fleming Bessenbacher, the chairman of Unleash. A round of applause for him, please.
Your Excellency, President Paul Kagame, Ministers, Minister ICT Paula Igabera, Head of Rwanda Development Board, Achim Steiner for UNDP, distinguished guests, partners, friends, innovators, and all the unleashed talents here. It's an immense pleasure for me to actually have the Unleash event here together with the Hanga Pitch. I had yesterday the honor to being invited to the President's residence, and I had the pleasure to talk to the Honorable President Paul Kagame about Unleash. And Unleash is an event where every year we try to unite 1,000 talents from around the world. As you just heard, this year there's 136 different nations from around the world. There's of course a huge cohort of people from Africa here. We started out in Denmark, we went to Singapore, we've been in China, we've been in India. It has been for a long time a dream for me to bring Unleash to the African continent. And I cannot think of any better place than to go to Rwanda. Rwanda, which for me also as a professor in nanoscience, I think actually the investment in young people, investment in innovation, entrepreneurship, is actually fantastic what you're doing down here, also ICT. We actually were in this building here just a week ago, last Saturday, where we had 1,000 people coming here for the opening of Unleash. And I must say that it has been very pleasing for me to see that actually these 1,000 people here coming together, putting together teams of 5, working with new innovative solutions to help solving some of the big issues in the world, coming up with new solutions to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. A recent report from FN told us that we've only reached 15% of these goals. And the dream is that in 2030, we should have reached all of these goals here. And therefore, I think it is very important actually to invest in young people, to invest in the youth. Because if we're not doing that, I think we are actually on the wrong track. I mean, we are seeing the reports with actually, if we're not doing anything, a 3-degree global warming here. We're seeing changing in biodiversity. We should just remind ourselves that the Overshoot Day, the day where the world has used more resources than we regenerate in the year, is coming around 1st of August here. So we're on the wrong track. I know a lot of things is happening in the world today. We have the COP meeting in Dubai here. I hope the world leaders will actually come up with new, real solutions here. There have been, in my opinion, too much talking. We need to act now. But I believe especially it is very important to invest in young people here. The Unleash solutions here, yesterday morning, 170 teams pitched their ideas. And again, I was very pleased to see a lot of new innovative ideas. I was pleased to see how far they came in just nearly 1 week here. I'm very pleased to see some of the Hanga pitches here today, which again demonstrates a huge, actually very blossoming entrepreneur environment here down in Rwanda here. I would also like to mention this year and give a special thanks to UNHCR here. For this year, for the first time, we brought actually in 100 talents from the refugee camps here in Rwanda here. I think that was very pleasing to see, to give these people. So again, we've had a fantastic week here. We've met a lot of openness, friendship here. Thank you to the government here in Rwanda for the huge support here. Thanks to many of our partners, foundation and so forth, for the huge support here. We could not have brought on this here did we not have this here. There is a word here in Rwandan expression, Tuikume, saying we are all here together. And we are all here together because we are all here actually to create a better world. This is the mission of Unleash here. It doesn't help that we are seeing more and more conflicts in the world today, but we actually have to stay together. We have to talk together. We have to work together. We have to innovate together. And therefore, we are here together on a journey to create a better world. I will actually hope that one day we could be able to bring Unleash back to Rwanda. Rwanda is a fantastic country with 1,000 hills. Now it's also a country with 1,000 talents here, Unleash talents, and 1,000 Unleash ambassadors here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fleming. And I invite Dr. Sanait Fiseha, the Vice President of Global Programs at the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, to deliver her remarks.
Thank you. His Excellency, President Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, Minister Ingabire, other ministers, Dr. Bassen-Becker, Administrator Steiner, and the government of Rwanda, and partners who are in the room. Thank you for putting together this incredible program. I also want to say a special thank you to all the innovators in the room. If anyone ever doubted that young people would change the world, this is all the evidence they need. We need all your efforts, and now more than ever. And it is particularly powerful to see Hanga Pitch and Unleash joining forces under one roof. As much progress as we have made towards sustainable development goals, there is so much more to do. Digital technology and innovation can change the trajectory of progress by disrupting the status quo and fundamentally changing assumptions about what is possible. Imagine if 10 years ago, someone told you drones would deliver blood in rural health facilities in Rwanda. Many of us would have said, you're crazy. And yet, that's exactly what is happening today. I'm particularly excited, and it won't be surprising to those who know me, that Hanga Pitch and Unleash are also tackling sexual and reproductive health. Realizing Africa's demographic dividends requires young people to delay childbearing. It requires them to access quality education and skills development, as well as career building. These are all necessary for young people to seize opportunities to shape their future and contribute fully to society. The innovation that comes out of Hanga Pitch and Unleash have the potential to help make this vision a reality. What is also so powerful about the innovation highlighted today is who's doing the work. No one knows this continent's challenges better than you all in the room. The young people sitting in the room and innovating. And yet so often, solutions are developed by others. Hanga and Unleash are flipping this paradigm, not just with the money, but with support, coaching, and relationship. And we're really proud to support both Hanga Pitch and Unleash this year. As I look around the room today, absolutely the future looks bright, and I cannot wait to see how many of these ideas will grow and ultimately contribute to changing this continent and the world. Thank you, Murakoze Chane.
Thank you very much, Dr. Senate. Now, please join me in welcoming Akim Steiner, the UNDP administrator, to deliver his remarks.
Your Excellency, President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, Honorable Minister for ICT and Innovation, Paula Ingabire, Honorable Ministers, dear colleagues, and dear Fleming, what a pleasure to see you here in Rwanda, and having created that idea of Unleash that I joined you a few years ago, to see that dream come true and see you all with all the Unleash participants here in Kigali. I think it is not only a dream for you that has come true, and my congratulations for being here in such fantastic company. I join you here today with great excitement because Hanga Pitchfest is something that UNDP was inspired by our dear Minister and President Kagame a couple of years ago. We are an institution that works to support and advance development. And I join you here today coming from Dubai, and I want to tell you the link between the two, because there is the conference on climate change, very difficult negotiations as always, and essentially a world coming together to try and transact decisions on what has happened in the past and where we find ourselves in the present. It's not always an easy process, as you all know. And so I took the deliberate decision when I received the invitation to join you for the Hanga Pitchfest to actually take this journey and come here to Kigali and join you, because both personally and as UNDP, I deeply believe that what you are celebrating here today is exactly what we need to move forward from yesterday and today to what happens tomorrow. And I want to salute all those who, in the Unleash segment, but also in the Hanga Pitchfest, made their pitches this afternoon. I commend you, I salute you, I admire you, and I tell you, I learned this afternoon, because I may not be leading a startup, far from it, but much of what you spoke to this afternoon in what you're trying to do, in some ways is exactly what we try to do in a large organization that is committed to working with so many countries on development. And we have to ensure that all these extraordinary ideas, young people with skills.
Welcome, Your Excellency. I'm an entrepreneur here in Rwanda, and I'm a Hanga alumni as well. I was fortunate enough to be in the top 5 of the winners of the first cohort of Hanga Pitchfest. And I'm super honored to be back here at Hanga and facilitating this conversation with you. Mr. President, Rwanda does a lot of work to promote entrepreneurship, and we've seen that through programs such as the Hanga Pitchfest, but also attracting these initiatives such as Unleash, which is organizing their event for the first time in Rwanda. My question is, what are some opportunities that entrepreneurs can gain from these opportunities as well?
Let me first of all give my thanks to everyone who has participated in making this happen. And most especially Unleash and Mr. Fleming and others who have joined us today and have in many ways contributed a lot to what we have been trying to build. UNDP, Akim, thank you for being here, and all the work you've been doing with and through the UNDP to do a lot of work. And of course, our government system and other partners who are here, who Susan Buffett Foundation, and there are many. I don't want to risk leaving anyone behind, but just know that by saying what I'm saying, I wanted to appreciate you and the partnership we have forged with our country. Now, for us, entrepreneurship and trying to work with the young people, the talent, and people trying all the best they can to, come out and express themselves and do whatever they can do to. It's a responsibility, first of all, we have as a government, as the leaders, because there is so much locked in there with the young people, with the young talent. Sometimes they have no opportunity to discover even their own talent until somehow people work together to be able to achieve this. So in Rwanda, therefore, we have identified this as a major way of developing our country, our people, and beyond our country, more so the continent. Our continent needs this kind of thing. So first, we identified it as very important. Second, we find ways of making sure that we grow on this path as fast as possible. I think the rest comes naturally out of all of that.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, as an entrepreneur, I have to take this opportunity to ask this question. And I'm assuming a lot of other entrepreneurs who are in the house would want to know the same thing. And this question is, if you were an entrepreneur today and had the opportunity to change or invent something, what would that be?
Yeah, it's like you are taking me back in my past, maybe reminding me of things I missed doing and which I would have loved to. Let me tell you a story. As a young person growing up, I was fascinated by planes. I had a love for planes. Even way before I even had an opportunity to step on the plane. I just used to see and be fascinated by that. In fact, from that, I thought I would, if I had had the opportunity, I would become a pilot or an engineer from that. That didn't happen. By the up to this day, I still have a passion with aircraft. So it didn't happen. I ended up in completely different places. And I'm trying to do my best in that as well. So therefore, I was so much absorbed. In the end, I discovered later on that meant aerospace technology or You know, and looking at what is happening today, air transport provides a lot, contributes a lot, and both in terms of the engineering and technology part of it, but also the facilitation of what it does. And in the end, like looking back today, to find that in this day and age, Africa is not well connected. You know, from that time I was thinking about being a pilot to this day. Africa is not well connected, but there are planes all over the place. And so how can we use this technology to connect people, to connect Africa, most especially because less connected. But Africa has created a body, the African Union, to see how air transport can be developed or even unified across the continent. It hasn't happened yet. But that also ties in with the African Continental Free Trade Area, facilitating trade of people and so on. So you can see from one thing leading to another. You've taken me back, so I'm telling you now, I'm using those ideas to see what I would do and change. I would change a number of things. Today, people are talking about, I mean, we have like electric cars. People are now thinking about electric airplanes, and it is going into green technologies, making sure that there is less pollution in our atmosphere. So I can go on and on and on, but I think in a way the train left the station, so I'm just. But I know there are many young entrepreneurs. There's a lot of talent in this room, so I'm just encouraging you to, you know, this is the time for you to do what some of us were not able to do and change things. So, you know, this is your time, and it is the moment.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you. Yes, that's a very good segue into the next section. We would love to open it up to the public and take at least 3 questions from the crowd. We'll start with the middle part. If there's, yes, there's a question.
Lucky enough to be involved in the Unleash Innovation Program here in Kigali. In Unleash, we focus on how youth can achieve sustainable development goals through innovation. Can you tell us what Rwanda is doing to incorporate youth in its vision towards transformation? Thank you.
Yeah, from the beginning, we think about our people. We have centered everything on our people. And that means when you are thinking about the future, you're already looking at the young ones growing and what they can do for themselves, for their countries. So we invested, and we continue doing so, in education. That means giving them where to start from and as they grow. and therefore have also created institutions to facilitate that. Like we, over time, you know, and it cuts across. It's not just within Rwanda or Rwandan. We work with others from outside. We have the African leadership university that has come up. We have Carnegie Mellon, and what we have also done is to make sure that this is not purely Rwandan, but brings in African talent or gives them an opportunity where that is possible to be part of that. And that provides an environment where the education, the talent, the entrepreneurship will develop and really create that enabling ecosystem that we keep talking about. That's what Rwanda has done. We have been particular, we have focused, and we have made sure that we move together, not only Rwanda, but I know here there are young Africans from different backgrounds and entrepreneurs who have joined with the rest to do what we can do. So that's what we have tried to do. We've made it a central theme for us to, I like the name Unleash. I think it does the thing. It allows.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll take a question from this side.
Thank you. Your Excellency, my name is Jantin Doba, the CEO and co-founder of HiQ Africa, and we are credit financing fast-moving consumer good merchants in Africa. As a startup founder, I would like to start by thanking you for the great infrastructures and opportunities put in place to make sure that startups in Rwanda thrive as a proof of concept country. And my question is, what are some of the opportunities that Rwandan-based startups can leverage on to scale up continentally and globally? Thank you.
Well, to begin with, this coming together like now or at any other time, as we have seen, brings awareness and allows people to think beyond what we see in a narrow sense or just around us. With that comes such opportunity that people will be able to identify a number of things that are within the support system as we have created it. And it enables also the government and the partners and the private sector to see what is lacking and what can come together to continue allowing the growth that is required. So the support system that is there will grow, and it will also help people identify, what they can do more as we move forward.
Thank you very much. Yes, we can take a last question from this side.
Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika y'u Rwanda, esteemed guests, good afternoon. My name is Bruce Sachindi, and I represent a company called Kuza Africa. which is a one-stop center for fashion design and production. My question here today is, what can startups in Africa do to shift the perspective or actual realities about investment risks, especially that these risks continue to stagger fast and effective funding for startups here in Africa? Thank you so much for listening.
Well, there is a lot of talk about risks, and people tend to identify Africa with more risks than you would find in other places. Well, but it has gone to a level where it's almost a myth or just prejudice, because we all know the world. I don't know which part of the world does not have the kinds of risks that people are talking about. In some cases, more than Africa does, actually. So it's well, that's the reality to begin with. So we have to take it as a reality, but in terms of that being the case, that Africa is identified with, and even though unfair with such a level of risk, so we've got to deal with that as a problem. And dealing with that as a problem is to begin with ourselves. I think we need to challenge ourselves enough and also respect ourselves, you know, and then from there we engage others on a matter of facts, but also of not rejecting, of not accepting that that should be the case, and that's how Africa should be looked at or treated. And from there, we try and do the right thing for ourselves, and also prove ourselves to those who view us with such a level of risk that in the end, of course, creates this impediment. And then just keep speaking out, keep doing our best, keep working hard, and just don't accept that some of these false stories about us. But let's start with what we have and do what we can do and improve the situation. I think but then around that or parallel to that, I think the stories we talked about, people who have been from outside, who have been, or these partners we talk about, who have put their money in the right places that can support the young entrepreneurs across the continent. It's still at a low level, in a sense. We need to increase that. But we can work with these like minds across the world and keep challenging the others who still have these biases, and also urge them to see actually what they are missing. They are missing a lot in terms of what could have been realized given the pool of talent across our continent, which is there, which is real. We just don't have to give up or even despair, just increase our energy and hard work that we can put into it.
Thank you very much. As we wrap up our session, I have one more question. The festive seasons are coming up. What do you have planned for the grandkids?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you bring it up. When you bring up my grandkids, you're also talking about my kids, family, and friends. So we always have something to do around these days. So the best thing is to be together as a family and just spoil ourselves and this happens once in a while, so we should be allowed to do that. We can afford to do that.
Yes.
So for sure, we are looking forward to this, and we have a package for that.
Yes.
That's the time some of us take some rest and enjoy everything that family and friends can provide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time. This marks the end of our fireside chat. We welcome you to join the audience as we move on to the next section. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Another round of applause, please, for this wonderful chat. Your Excellency, thank you so much once again. Your Excellency, we are joined here, as has been mentioned before, we are joined by 1,000 young entrepreneurs and change makers from 136 countries, and they've been here the whole week co-creating solutions to reach the Sustainable Development Goals. In an earlier session, we had their 7 finalists pitch their ideas, and the following top 4 were selected as the winners of Unleash Rwanda 2023. And these will be fast-tracked into the Unleash Plus Incubator Program. Talents, are you ready? All right, so once you hear your group name, please join us on stage with all that Unleash energy. And I will also ask the Unleash Awarders to join us on the stage. So please, judges, allow me to call you up. I'll start with Yannick Hagen from the Bestseller Foundation. Mr. Yannick, please join us on the stage. And then I'll call upon Mr. Rodwell Mangisi from the MasterCard Foundation. And then Judy Heiklem from Chemonics International. And lastly, Mireille Omutoni Sekamana, an Unleash alumni. All right, so Unleashers, are you ready? Did I hear a no somewhere? All right, so we are ready. All right, to start with, and in no particular order, I'll call upon the most innovative solution being Jabana. Where's Jabana? Please come to the stage very, very quickly. All right, as they take a picture, right now we are going to recognize and have the most inclusive solution by Sunsaver. And they will be awarded by Rodwell Mangisi. Let me see you come to the stage real quick. Energy, energy, Sanseva. All right, as they pose for their picture as well, let's get ready for the most scalable solution. I'll wait for the end of the picture. All right, we are ready. Now, for the most scalable solution, we have TechCyclo. TechCyclo will be awarded by Judy. All right. And now, lastly, to the most viable solution in the room, the most viable solution from the Unleash Rwanda 2023 program, we have Green Roots. And this will be awarded by Mireille.
Beautiful. Distinguished guests, before we announce the Hanga Pitchfest finalists, we're going to watch a video showcasing who they are and what they're building.
We are Hanga Pitchfest, the largest in-person technology event in Rwanda. You want to know how we got here? Simple. First, we identify a problem, and then we solve it. Yep, just like Wendy and her team, who are solving the problem of inaccessible and expensive medical facilities and equipment on the African continent.
As MediXR, we are a SaaS solution that utilizes virtual reality to provide a training and education virtual space for health professionals.
With the current product that we have the features like anatomy room, the surgery room, and we are currently working with the multi-user room, AI learning system, and the surgery recording labs.
Our pilot testing with more than 200 users across the country have provided positive feedback to our product.
Like the fact that we have to import between 60,000 to 70,000 metric tons of fertilizers from abroad annually. But Cynthia and her team, yeah, they have a solution, turning food waste into nutrient-rich fertilizers.
98% of essential nutrients are lost on the journey from farm to table, while our soil is degrading because of a reliance on synthetic fertilizer. At Lupa, we are changing this. We are using IoT technology within vermicomposting, which is a process that uses earthworms to transform organic waste into nutrient-dense fertilizer. Our vision is clear at Lupa. We want to lessen Rwanda's needs of imported fertilizer and lead the shift to the sustainable agriculture.
This is Gael. Using a game, her team intends to address the lack of easily accessible and youth-friendly content on sexual and reproductive health.
Well, I heard my classmates saying that taking a shower after having sex prevents pregnancy. That is sad, right? Similar myths persist, and many of us still believe it and follow them. So we built Keza Game Quiz, which is a gamified platform that educates young people about comprehensive sexual reproductive health in an interactive way and a youth-friendly way. We have more than 9,000 users from 23 high schools, and we aim to reach 150 high schools in Rwanda for them to have an edutainment learning experience, for them to make informed decisions regarding their lives.
Umurava, building a Pan-African talent marketplace platform that enables companies to hire and outsource digital talents and teams on demand in just 48 hours.
And match the talent is wasted the talent.
Umurava addresses the digital skills gap while addressing global talent shortage and the high rate of youth unemployment in Africa. In 2 years and 5 months, we have matched more than 600 talents with jobs in 70 plus companies. Next year, our aim is to connect 3,000 African talents with 300 plus companies and organizations. With Africa as expected to be the largest workforce in the world, timely solutions are crucial.
Wait, we ain't done yet. Everyone did have to turn piles of business data into gold? Well, meet Hover AI.
We are empowering small and medium enterprises in Africa to make data-driven decisions. At Hover AI, we are building data analytics solutions targeted to business retailers as well as financial institutions. For retail business owners, we help them with inventory management, invoice systems, as well as expense tracking. For financial institutions, we help them with credit risk modeling, portfolio monitoring, as well as helping them to customize their products targeting to our retail business owners. In the next year, we are planning to reach to 500 businesses and help them to reach their goals using data-driven decisions.
Simple, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have deliberated, and the high quality of these pitches did not make it an easy job, but the results are here. To award the fifth winner, I would like to invite Renata Talarico, Deputy Country Representative of UNFPA, Rwanda, and Conrad Tucker, Interim Director of CMU Africa, to join us on stage. The startups, are you ready? And in fifth place, the winner is MediXR. A bigger round of applause, please. All right. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations, MediXR. To award the fourth place winner, I would like to invite Mr. Francis Gatare, the CEO of RDB, and Anthony Farr, the CEO of Allen and Gray, Gillen Gray Philanthropy, to join us on stage. And in fourth place, the winner is Umurava. Thank you very much. It's getting exciting. To award the third place winner, I would like to invite Dr. Sanait Fiseha, Director of Global Programs at the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, and Belen Calvo, the EU Ambassador to Rwanda, to join us on stage. And third place, the winner is Dope Initiatives. Thank you very much. All right. To award the first runner-up, I would like to invite Honorable Paula Ngabire, the Minister of ICT and Innovation, and Fleming Bessen-Becker, the chairperson of Unleash, to join us on stage. The remaining startups, are you ready? And the first runner-up of the 2023 Hanga Pitchfest competition is Hova AI. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think we all know who the winner is. I think we all know. Thank you. And to award the first place winner of the 2023 Hanga Pitchfest competition, I would like to invite His Excellency President Kagame, and Mr. Hakim of UNDP, the UNDP administrator. A round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, now a warmer round of applause as we invite the winner of the 2023 Hanga Pitchfest competition, Lupa.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Yeah. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know that I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented.
Thank you very much, everyone. Woo! Yes. Congratulations to all our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the awarding ceremony, and now let us rise as the guest of honor departs. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us today. Protocol will guide those who are going to join them in the group photo, and we kindly ask everyone else to remain in the room for the closing ceremony. Also, but just as a recap, today we had an amazing were the lead partners. Thank you very much once again. All right. Up next, we're going to welcome Symphony Band. Symphony Band, are you set? All right, we have Symphony Band that is going to entertain us, and after that we will have DJ Marno, who's in the house. Thank you. Symphony
Thank you very
Band,
much. See you next year.